Rangers. And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port live here at the Horseshoe Cafe, Southport, Connecticut. It's Barnes, it's Tony, it's Renee, and Michael here.
That's right, baby.
The Sunday before Super Bowl 59. A ton going on in the sports world right now. Rangers about to start the second period. I believe, Tony.
Probably any minute.
Down 1-0. Of course, one of those brutal right before the period ends goals given up by the Rangers. Jack Eichel finding the back of the net. So the Rangers looking to even things up here as we get ready to start the second period. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, dude. Obviously, other than the Rangers still seemingly sucking, I'm stoked to be here the Sunday before the Super Bowl here at the Horseshoe. So, yeah, a lot to talk about, even though, again, first weekend in a pretty long time, we're not talking about or watching football.
Yeah, first time
which
since,
is pretty wild, I guess
September.
Yeah. Give or take?
It's a long time. When you think about it, what is it? 18 weeks in the season, and then we had 3 rounds of playoffs. So it's 21 weeks, like you said. Kind of crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Don't get the fill of the Pro Bowl. They had it on here today while we were setting up.
70 to 60 something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's cool to see the other events. Maybe they were playing Madden. They were live streaming.
No, the other events are good, but it's like enough with the flag football. And honestly, I don't know. I think like it's just like the players didn't make it such a joke.
Yeah, they
could
really
have kept the game.
I mean, everyone's high. You really
think everyone's inebriated?
I mean, come on. I mean, if you're not, dude.
Right?
Like, literally though, like they're definitely drinking or smoking or shrooms or whatever, dude. Like, they gotta be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe Drake May was sober. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised. The Patriot way, even though no longer with Bill Belichick, but you would think Mike Vrabel bringing that along. But a lot to talk about. But I think it's interesting. We usually don't even really talk much NBA at all, but we have to right now because the shocking news overnight, Tony. I think middle of the night, literally, this trade comes down, shocking the NBA landscape as the Los Angeles Lakers acquiring Luca Doncic, Maxi Kleber, Markieff Morris from the Mavs. Acquire Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a first-round pick. This was a 3-team deal. The Jazz also getting Jalen Hood, Schifino, the Clippers 25 second-round pick, and the Mavericks 25 second-round selection. And then even some justification because you would be like, why the hell would the Mavericks want to get rid of Luca? And then their general manager, Nico Harrison, Tony, says, I believe that defense wins championships. I believe that getting an all-defensive center and an all-NBA player with a defensive mindset gives us a better chance. We're built better now in the future. My whole thing is, even if you wanted to do this deal, which I think a lot of people would say they wouldn't just because of the fact that Luka's in his prime, 25 years old, AD on the wrong side of 30, still very good. But it's just like you could have done the deal, but you feel like they deserved, at least 2 more first-round picks. It really feels like a fleecing here by the Lakers.
Yeah, and it definitely does, which even I think adds to the perplexity of the move. It's just like the return doesn't really seem to be there. I know Dallas, obviously probably not having the season they want to. It's just a game about 500, I suppose. And but it just, like you said, it just doesn't seem right. Luka is a generational talent. He's the guy that I feel like many other people expected to be on the Mavericks for his career, and it's interesting. It really does, I think, make people scratch their heads. Obviously, as someone here who doesn't really, follow the NBA that much, I'm still aware of what type of player AD is, and I'm aware of what type of player like Luka Doncic is. And it's just like, it just seems like you said, that the Lakers here just absolutely fleeced Dallas. And not for nothing, it's like, you know, it's a Western Conference rival as well.
Right,
You know, like
right.
it doesn't seem, just seems really odd to me, dude. And it was interesting, you know, reading up on it. I guess apparently, you know, LeBron was saying how, you know, the first time he heard about the trade was when it happened.
And just judging by your tone there, Tony, you're not believing that.
I mean, it sounds like a crock of shit to me, dude.
Unbelievable.
This is like coming from LeBron. I mean, obviously we know about, you know, him and, you know, the
Being
image
straightforward.
the image he tries to portray.
AD was over for Taco Tuesdays in the past.
I
Michael
mean, I
remembers.
don't know, man. I don't think so. I mean, I think he definitely had a hand in it, especially because was there not a narrative at some point of potentially Braun being traded? You know, so it's like to say he didn't know or nothing to do with it. I think it's kind of ridiculous. And it is, you know, if I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan, Gino, I'm fucking pulling my hair out right now, I think.
Yeah, I can only imagine how
Yeah.
Gino feels.
Oh,
And you know, I did see something. I had sent Chokery earlier. You know, he's always been a big Laker fan, and I guess something about, you know, and it just still seems like BS, but just like concerns about the conditioning, and then also about not wanting to give him, which I think would have been roughly a 5-year, $345 million extension, and I guess now that extension can only be like 3 years. So the value is $112 million less, and that's how Luca misses out because it's not with the same team that he was. And that's just one of those things, like the regulations. I mean, it's just bullshit. Like the contracts are way out of control anyway, but the fact that it's like, oh, you have to be with a certain team for a certain amount of time to get a certain amount of money, I feel like it's just ridiculous.
yeah, no, it doesn't really make any sense. I mean, a lot of what the NBA does, I suppose, really doesn't. But I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, not for nothing. I mean, do you think at the end of the day, like Dallas, I mean, do you think they improved their team? They have better chance of having a better season? Is their future brighter? Like, I don't know, right?
No, I think you could say, you know, they're a better defensive team, but I mean, what good is it if, like, you know, you're not going to get as far like to the finals where you were before. You know, and you have Kyrie, so Kyrie and AD, that's good. But I don't know. I just think giving up a guy that you feel like will win multiple championships and possibly MVPs, it just feels like you lose anytime you get rid of somebody like that.
And I guess this trade does mark the first time that 2 reigning All NBA players have been traded for each other mid-season.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, you know, obviously a lot of head scratching happening here. Luca seems pretty pumped up to be over there in LA, I guess it says. But I mean, I don't know. Do you smell a rat? Is there something? Was there a locker room problem in Dallas? Did he maybe upset the GM? I mean,
I mean, think back to though when they made the finals, they're celebrating.
Yeah.
And
the beer?
Yes.
Michael
Finley, who was teammates with Dirk back in the day. I know Michael remembers taking the beer. So maybe it was just a long time they were tired of him, you know, not being up on his conditioning, but you would think the production and where they got to last season. I know this year they've been kind of hovering around 500, but that would have been enough where it was like, okay, you know, we want this guy, you know, for a franchise for his whole career.
Yeah, no, I guess I could see that. And a lot of people are talking about how this was a statement trade, you know, for owners that are unhappy with how, I guess, player centric a lot, you know, that the league has become, you know, relying on how the players feel. They dictate a lot of the terms here. I mean, do you see that either true and or like helping? I mean, is that going to be like a turning point here?
It could be. And also a lot of it has to do with the fact too, that Mark Cuban, you know, no longer is the controlling owner of the Mavs. You know, he sold off to the Alderson family.
That's right.
And, you know, I think that has a lot to do with it because at one time, it might even have been like right before he sold his majority stake. I think he still owns 37%, something like that. He said that he would get divorced first. I swear to God, like not making this up, before he like let Luca leave the Mavericks. He said that, and it was like a year ago, maybe.
That's pretty
2 years
wild.
ago.
He's got to be pulling his hair out there.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So and everyone thought, you know, he would still be running basketball operations, but this just doesn't seem like a move that he makes. And this seems like, you know, this new ownership group, you know, really kind of pumping out their chest. You know, it's interesting too, kind of the other side of this about smelling a rat, LeBron or whatever. And Brian I guess somehow too, it was something like the Dallas general manager has known Pelinka for years, and then like Pelinka thought he was kidding when he said the trade, and then Pelinka's like, well, yeah, like of course, like I take a look at it or whatever, and this was like within the last couple of weeks that it comes to fruition now.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I'm looking at a Sports Illustrated article right now too. Looks like an ABC insider said that Mark Cuban not involved at all in this trade, didn't even know about it.
But it doesn't seem like he's really commented publicly.
No, I haven't. I was looking to see if there was a comment. I don't think he has.
Probably the
probably
team
because
want him
like what the hell, dude.
So I don't know. This was I said this when I walked in today. The most shocking deal that I've ever seen, and you feel like it gives some life to the Lakers because it felt like they had a ceiling, and they weren't a team, even though they're 5th place in the Eastern Conference. Game back the Nuggets for 4th, so they could get first round home court, with little help. But that could really win a championship. Now with Luca and LeBron, I mean, it kind of gives you that feeling. I mean, obviously, I think they'll need to get somebody on the interior to kind of make up for, losing AD, who we know how valuable he is on the defensive end. But it really changes things. And the Mavericks right now are in 9th. So just in that playoff game, 2 games over 500. So be interesting to see, how the combination of Kyrie and AD, who at one time, I think before AD went to the Lakers, they were going to team up in Brooklyn. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
They get a chance to play, against one another right now.
Yes.
With each other right now.
No, it definitely does. I'm just trying to research Mark Cuban. Doesn't really say this article is bullshit. Breaks his silence. He hasn't quoted anything.
Yeah. I hate those.
I know, but it does say here though, it gives you the quote about the divorce, dude. He says right here, if I have to choose between my wife and keeping Luca on the Mavs, catch me in my lawyer's office prepping for a divorce, he says.
I mean, kind of ridiculous.
Wow. So yeah, wow is right. Obviously, Mark Cuban,
Doncic.
Guys, I had that soundbite in the
very timely
here.
bite. That was a throwback to that bite.
Renee, very timely.
So yeah, obviously, Mark Cuban too. Not only obviously successful,
Tony. Jeez.
Oh my goodness. But I'm kind of surprised. I mean, he was outspoken as the owner. I'm sure at some point he's gonna break his silence, dude.
Yeah,
because he's not gonna give a fuck. He doesn't. He's that type of guy who just speaks his mind.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see, when he finally does, what he says. And there was even something too. I don't know if you saw this, but it was like, I think it was yesterday, the Dallas Mavericks, Twitter account or Instagram account tweeted out Happy Dallas Day with a picture of Luca getting out of his car, earlier in the day.
Oh no!
How ridiculous is that?
I mean, it's tough.
Front office not being on the same page. Nelson, by the way, is in the building, Renee. I don't know if you saw that. Let's go, Nelson.
What's up, Nelson?
Let's go, Nelson.
Yeah. No, I mean, I guess. Listen. I mean, obviously, a trade like that to happen overnight. Was Renee looking around?
No. She didn't know what I was saying, but I just saw his comment.
Nelson says hello. Or says hi.
And then we had 2 more. What else we got here? A Joshua B.
We have Josh B saying,
"Oh shit."
Yo, fam, driving home with the girls. This is perfect. We'll try and call in when I get home. Cool. Josh, call my number. It's on the ticker.
Rangers scored, by the way, 1-1. Alexis Lafreniere.
Let's go,
Tremendous feed by Riley Smith, which is pretty interesting that Riley Smith and Lafreniere on the same line, I suppose. Well, I guess that's where they put them. We have a Trocheck. But still, knotted here at 1. And going into the period here, by the way, Vegas outscoring the Rangers 14-7. Now, Vegas 19, Rangers 14. So huge uptick. Out shooting them this period 7-4. And that goal, if you watch it back, just a tremendous rush. Absolute coast to coast. That's 200 feet of good hockey right there. So let's go, baby.
We also, before we forget this, Matt says, let's go.
So Matty boy riled up. It's interesting. I was going to say from one trade to another, Tony. We didn't get to talk about this on Friday because it happened later on in the day. What's your thoughts on the JT Miller reunion with the Rangers? Ketel, Mancini, and was there one other guy going out?
No, it was a protected first round pick.
Okay.
Yeah. And the Rangers got obviously Miller and I think 2 defensemen
in the AHL.
Yeah. I'm not sure, what's gonna happen with those guys, but in any case, I mean, I don't know, dude. I'm honestly, I wasn't happy about it when I first saw it, to be honest. JT Miller is someone who was, obviously with the Rangers.
First round pick.
15th overall pick by, we said Nashville, I think,
No,
right?
I think it's the Rangers.
You sure about that?
Yeah. I mean, I'll check it, but
I will check that.
You sure about that?
You sure about that?
You sure about that?
Sure, man?
No, I guess you're
You
right.
sure,
I forget
Bert,
who we're
about
talking
that?
about.
I know what you're talking
We're
about.
talking about someone
but
who was
yeah.
drafted by the Predators and the Rangers.
It was the 15th overall pick.
It was 15th overall pick. And not for nothing, I mean, I wouldn't say failure, but I mean, he wasn't phenomenal. He was like a third line forward. And it just obviously during the rebuild, he was one of those pieces that left after being with the Rangers, I want to say for like 5-6 seasons, maybe even more.
Yeah, it was 2012 to 2018.
But I mean, if you look at the seasons he had, I don't think he had one season that had 50 points in it at all, dude, with the Rangers.
Yeah, 40. Oh no, 56.
56 okay, yeah. So those two
20 goal seasons.
Yeah, that year before he left was his best year. And I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, I understand. Hedl has his problems, obviously, with the injury, the concussion. But I don't know. I mean, I kind of had high hopes for Hedl. Also, Victor Mancini, the defenseman that was traded, I also had high hopes for him. I think he was someone who needed to help be developed for sure. But it's tough. I mean, the Rangers just don't fucking develop talent well at all.
No.
Like the past 15 years, it seems, probably even more than that.
Rampy maybe on his way.
I mean, it does seem like that he's come some leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
Mike, you actually want to use my laptop to HDMI? Yeah, right. So Brian and I can both watch it.
No, I'm just gonna watch it.
Oh yeah, you can do that too if you want.
Yeah. Don't put it up. We don't want to see it.
I can just rattle stats off in my head. I don't really need to come on.
The phone?
You're gonna put the
back to
stats
that
up
phone.
on the
The Rangers
the
game.
Rangers game.
Oh, I was like-
This Optimum thing too. I have had it.
like-
honestly, I'm not kidding.
I mean, not for nothing, dude. Like they gotta how do you not figure this out?
Right.
And if I'm ESPN, by the way, I'd be like, oh, for anyone who has Optimum, will not black out your fucking Rangers game.
Right.
All right. But in any case, dude, the trade, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't happy. I really would prefer to have Hedl, and I mean, I don't know. I think Hedl was also on track to be what
This is sick.
JT
This is
Miller
something
is
about
now. People are gonna walk in and be like, "What?"
But Tony, I mean, he did pay. I mean, I know we lost yesterday, but he did score 2 goals.
Scored 2 goals, yeah, which is great. He's on that second or the first line now, with Panarin and Benajad. Which again, the mix-up is kind of cool. Second line becomes Riley Smith, Lafreniere, and Victor Trocheck. I don't know. The whole thing in Vancouver rubs me the wrong way as well. Like that team last year was so freaking good. They had a goaltender injury that kind of killed their playoff hopes a little bit. And this year, Thatcher had some injury problems as well. And but I don't know. It just seemed like there was a locker room problem. Obviously, it was all deny to the media. But not for nothing, it was JT took that leave of absence that no one.
Was earlier this season.
Yeah, it was earlier this season.
But did this go back to last season, or all this began this season?
Really, more so this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, again, I wasn't totally locked in to their locker room in the offseason or whatnot. But I mean, they're paying Elias Peterson, they're paying JT Miller a lot of money to play for Vancouver, and then all of a sudden they're not doing well. There's rumors of locker rooms troubles. And then their bigger superstar, JT Miller, is getting traded. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could say you can look at the stats. If you go by stats, JT Miller is way more established than Hedl. Yes, he's older by 6 years, mind you. So we gave up youth. We have a 25-year-old player. JT Miller, who's in his 31-year season here, did have back-to-back. Oh, thank you very much. Back-to-back seasons with Vancouver with I think he had 3 seasons, maybe with 78 points, 85 points, 100 points. He has been killing it the last 3 years.
So what it was, 103, 82, 99.
Yeah, and he's healthy. He's an Iron Man. He plays every single game, and obviously successful. But clearly there was something wrong.
Yeah,
like outside of his level of play. So that kind of begs a weird question. We've seen the Rangers that have, rumored of locker room problems and their woes this season as well. I mean, I guess it's a move to get offense. I mean, obviously, again, you see him score twice. Obviously he's paying dividends already. You still lost. So obviously the Rangers still have problems to fix here. So So I don't know. I mean, I guess time will tell. But in my opinion, you mentioned we mentioned those 3 seasons that JT Miller has had. All of them, mind you, post his 25-year, 25 age seasons and off the Rangers. So it's like, am I going to sit here and tell you that Hedl could never do that? No.
Yeah.
He could be, 27 years old, racking up 100 points as the Rangers give him a goal here. Looks like to Jack Eichel for his second of the night. Jack Eichel, a player that I was canvassing for the Rangers to get on.
No, and also too on the broadcast on the way here, you would have lost because remember I was saying this girl goes. They were talking about how he's like they think in Vegas he's definitely a future MVP winner.
I mean, dude, he is. He is.
He
I mean, how Buffalo just wildly fucked him up too with the whole
medical.
They didn't want to give him the neck surgery,
right?
Because they thought it was too risky, and they didn't want to risk their star players. And like, look at him now, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking killing it for Vegas. Vegas too also picked up Brendan Saad. I don't know if you saw that.
I did see that. Yes.
Which obviously that's a third line
from
forward.
the Blues, right?
Yeah. He was released from the Blues. That guy had won, I think, 2 cups with Chicago back in the day. So veteran player, definitely lost a few steps along the way here, but still like a third line, player to come in here with experience is great for Vegas. I mean, I don't know, dude. It's tough for me to sit here and be really happy for this trade. Again, especially when it's like, dude, we already had Miller. We had Miller, and you gave him up. So it's like, because he wasn't playing well. So what? He goes to another team, develops, and then you have to trade away a youthful talent to get him. Like,
I mean, no part of you though. I mean, gets the point of like the Hedl with the injury stuff and the concussions.
Yeah, no, it is worrisome for sure. I don't think Hedl has had an 82-game season since he started. I don't think. I could be wrong there, but still, obviously, recently it is those injuries. But I mean, not for nothing. It seemed like he was back. Like he had. He's healthy. I know the numbers right there aren't there, but I mean, I guess it could be maybe the Rangers just don't think that they're developing or they can develop him further, so they want to get rid of him.
I mean, he's had, he's been with the Rangers since 2017, and he had 1 20-goal season. And last year he played 10 games. This year he had played 41.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with that. There, it just sucks, dude. It just stinks, and not for nothing. Us losing to Boston yesterday doesn't really help my feeling. And the fact that we still need better defensemen also doesn't really help my feeling.
Is there anybody out there, Tony, that you feel like you could see us getting?
A defender? I don't know. I mean, I would look at Pittsburgh's roster if they do
Carlson,
start. I think that I mean, that'd be another big contract you're probably taking on, I guess, too.
I would think they would have to eat like 60-70%.
They would, yeah. If Pittsburgh can retain a lot of that contract, I would float around with it.
Interesting.
Because I think Carlson and Fox on the same defensive line would be great,
dude.
Scoring, a lot of offense, and not for nothing, maybe Carlson, learns a thing or two about playing better defense too. That guy was someone who was in an MVP conversation for a couple seasons,
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to start looking at some teams who are going to start dumping players. I would be interested to see. I mean, we're talking about Vancouver. Obviously Quinn Hughes, speaking of an MVP All-Star. I mean, I don't know. I mean, is he happy in Vancouver? I mean, I would have probably tried to look at him. Obviously, probably Vancouver wouldn't really want to move him, but
so I think you have to go up a ton.
I honestly probably would, dude.
Interesting.
Like if it was like a Hedl, Mancini, and I would throw Bedard in there. Honestly, I mean. The Rangers need extensive help defensively, and right now would be great.
Was Rempe too?
I don't know. I mean,
then you start getting a little uncomfortable. I feel like.
Well, you do, because when you start, giving away more everyday players, it does kind of suck more.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would almost lean towards the draft picks.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't fucking draft well, you don't develop talent well enough anyway. So like,
it seems like we're talking about Brian Cashman.
It really is. Might as well. It might as well be the fucking GM. And then a lot of people, I think, are now, Michael being one of them, asking for Chris Drury's job. And I mean, it
comes into question a little bit.
It does come into question, even with this trade, because I mean, it's it's odd.
Unbelievable. And I want to stay on this, but I just did see Nelson commented the Anthony Davis trade is an L trade I really miss him on the Lakers, which is interesting. So
That's interesting.
the only part of this that I somewhat understand is just like being, down low defensively, kind of that inside outside game. Now, even though LeBron, has a post game, but you're kind of more perimeter oriented. So I kind of understand it from that respect. But I just think anytime too, especially the Lakers, we're kind of in flux where it's like, okay, in a couple of years, like, is AD going to stay here? Who's going to be the center of our organization? We know that LeBron's going to retire soon. So it's like kind of no matter what the stakes were, they had to get Luca if he was available.
Yeah, no, I guess that's not wrong. I mean, it was interesting. I mean, we saw, I suppose, when Kyrie came to Dallas, it did take a little while for Luca and him to get on the same level here. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. How do you think him and LeBron are going to be right away? Do you think it's
I think it's going to be
seamless.
Yeah, because LeBron has always had that where unless like somebody like there's like an attitude thing and like it's all about them. But Luca doesn't strike me as that. Luca's going to want to win, and I think because of the fact that obviously LeBron, has won before, that's going to go a long way.
Absolutely. Taking a second look, by the way, at that Jack Eichel second goal.
Do you think the Lakers make a run in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Western Conference?
NBA Finals. You heard it here first.
Where's Jimmy Butler going? Now, don't think about it.
Jimmy Butler's going to the Warriors.
Wow, I love that.
Right?
Wow.
I mean, doesn't that make sense?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, does it make it interesting for you at all, Michael? Because I know we've all been kind of humdrum.
I guess Luca to the Lakers does a little.
Yeah. Just to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely going to give LeBron a couple more years.
Yeah.
If you're a LeBron fan, he's staying at least 3 years now.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's like he can like really be the second option, like, and just let Luca do his thing.
It's going to be sick.
Yeah. And like just like the no look passes, the alley oops, like there's going to be a lot of that.
New too.
Oh,
like there's
yeah.
No, it is funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like growing up, being the big LeBron fan that I used to be, and not that I have a problem with him, but it's just kind of not the same now. But I feel like that I was kind of blinded by this stuff.
Yeah.
And of course that happens with the Ranger game.
Yeah,
okay, we're good. But now I kind of see where. Yeah, he coordinated the whole thing. It's
100%.
Crazy how he always like lies about stuff.
It was,
like that.
dude, the books, the reading.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those clips? There's like
I'll books?
Dude,
there's like a video compilation of all the times LeBron has lied. It's like ridiculous.
Oh, really?
And
okay.
there's one like how he reads during the playoffs.
Okay.
But he's always on the first page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
like when they're interviewing him in the locker
about
room,
the Malcolm X book.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Dude, that shit was so ridiculous, and he's just doubling down. He was a strong man.
When Kobe scored 81, there's a video of him being like, "Yeah, you know what? When he got his first bucket, I told my boy, I looked over to him, I said he's gonna get like 80 tonight."
Yeah, sure, dude. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Yeah. Someone asked him too about The Godfather. I think they were maybe in Italy or something, or I don't know.
He knew, like he's seen it.
What? Yeah. I love The Godfather. What's your favorite line from The Godfather?
Oh, there's just so many.
I can't. No, anyone. Just say anyone. Okay, LeBron. All right.
But you know what just annoys me about the NBA? Like this game we have on right here. Philly's up by like 23 here, third quarter. I think there's a couple minutes left. I think, if I'm not mistaken. How much time is left there? Oh, 8 minutes in the third quarter. I mean, would we not be surprised if Boston wins by 20? And it's like that just shouldn't be able to happen.
Yeah, no, very true.
And it's interesting too. What did you guys make of? Because we didn't get to talk about this last week. Silver floating around the 10-minute quarters. It's like, oh yeah, let's just change everything, change all the history right now, make it all different.
Wait, really?
Yeah. He's like,
I didn't know that.
Like, if you think about it, like around the world, everywhere else, it's a 40-minute game. Like we're the only ones that have 48 minutes.
What the hell?
He's
so
cheap.
what? Yeah, that's so stupid.
I used to like him, and then I didn't realize he was going to ruin the NBA.
Yeah. He had it going on.
Yeah, in the beginning.
I don't know, the in-season tournament, the play-in. The bubble was kind of the beginning of the end.
In-season tournament reminds me of 2K.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. And, I was playing 2K, I think it was last weekend.
You were really?
And because Mark was over after we played basketball.
Oh, nice.
And we did a fantasy draft, and it's like an in-season game. And of course, our game is in like the courts all like, and we're like, what the hell is this?
What is this?
Yeah, terrible.
That's wild.
And I think this is a good time. I know we're kind of just bouncing all over the place here.
That's fine.
But to do our first trivia question, I figured it would be a good idea to do it Super Bowl related, being that the big game 1
boy.
week from today. It'll be interesting to see if Tony has any idea on this one.
Probably not, I
So
guess.
the
I don't
first
know, man.
question is, what is the record of teams wearing white the past 20 Super Bowls? So what is the record
Get the
of
fuck out of here.
teams wearing white the past 20 Super Bowls? So we'll let that linger for a second. I feel you have to have heard, though, rumors about
No.
like a trend with this.
No, I don't.
Never
Not
heard
even
it.
a little bit.
It's
trying
been a
to think.
conversation for a long time.
I'm trying to think. I want to say when the Giants won, at least one time they were wearing white.
Against
The Patriots.
Yeah, the Patriots. I want to say that was. I feel like it was the first time.
I want to say
think
it was the first time too.
Yeah.
And the Patriots, I'm sure, were wearing some of their white jerseys and they won. I'm trying to think if they were, because I want to say when they beat Seattle, right? Seattle was wearing the navy blue, so maybe they were probably wearing white then. I'm trying to think. Kansas City. Kansas City was probably always in their red, I guess.
I mean, it's all I'll
Baltimore.
say though, Tony, and like I said, we'll let it linger for a second. I'll let you guess a couple minutes, but it's a big disparity one way or the other.
I would think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would think that. Because when Flacco won, I want to say they were in the purple. I would say, I'm going to say it's 17-3 in favor of the white.
All right, we'll see. Give it a couple minutes. Who knows?
I don't
One
know.
way or the other,
idea.
Tony. Inside of 5 minutes
It's
now,
wild.
in this Ranger game in the second period, and the Rangers have 17 shots on goal. Obviously, the 1 goal by Lafreniere.
Great goal.
The Knights have 24 shots on goal, and obviously the 2 goals by Jack Eichel.
Yeah.
I mean, from watching this game, I mean, what are you seeing out there? Is it the hesitation again? Is it not just getting solid possession? Like, what's costing them here?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess I haven't really seen a lot of sustained shifts with good control offense. But I mean, it's the same song and dance. I feel like in transition, lack of defense. I mean, that Jack Eichel, his second goal, I mean, it was basically coast to coast.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just, Trocheck is just not, he's trying to stick check, and it's Jack Eichel just dangles around it. That's the type of player that he is, the type of players that Vegas has. People who can avoid stick checks. You have to find other ways to stop them advancing down the ice. And that's what the Rangers have had problems doing with all season long. So better defense, step up, protect the middle, fucking be better.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's disheartening because that 10-game point streak, it's like, how did we get to now where, we've lost our last 3 outright, 1 in overtime, and then really, I mean, been embarrassed. I mean, 10-3 the last 2 games?
Yeah.
And then you're losing this game.
And I mean, there is limited margin for error. Like that run you were going on was something you needed to sustain for a little while,
Yeah.
And instead now you're going back to old ways, losing these games, not getting points. You're losing some of these, go back to that game against Colorado. You're losing that one in regulation where you could have taken a point, potentially 2 with an OT win. Instead, you walk away with no points.
Yeah.
I guess it's that little thing, and then all of a sudden now we're snowballing into regulation losses, bad hockey, getting embarrassed by the fucking Bruins at the TD Garden, which is tough. Mike, you got to fix the screen here. I guess the Wi-Fi is a little finicky. Just go over to the Stream East tab. Yeah, dog. No, the next one. That's the one.
There he is. Get the full screen.
And then you're gonna have to. Fubo, dude. Watch ESPN Live with Fubo. Nice, dude. As we have just above 4 minutes here in the second period. Obviously, I'm all doom and gloom here at the Rangers because I'm just fed up with the fucking season. But there's still hope for this game. There's hope for this season for sure.
I mean, you got to win this game, though.
You do. You have to start winning now, dude. Because, like I said, the window you had was pretty limited for your run, and now it's crunch time. What do we have, 35 games left? Probably less than that, maybe. I don't know. Maybe somewhere around 35 games left of the year. Honestly, I think it's probably less than that, to be honest.
I mean, I'll get the official number here, but
right, because we're looking for 82, and we're got to be I mean, the Rangers are whatever. In any case,
51 games, so 31.
31 games.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you gotta
win 20 or no? To get in?
Honestly, with the level of competition, probably.
Yeah. Jeez.
I mean, if not, you're going to be hoping for someone to lose.
And right now, 6 points out of that second wild card spot, and that could only get worse potentially. Islanders winning in the second period, I believe, against the Panthers.
Yeah, 3-2.
And they're going for their 8th straight victory. How about Tony DeAngelo, the game winner? I think it was yesterday against the Lightning.
Really? Was he?
Former
Ranger.
Was he any good on the Rangers? He was getting into fights, right, with the Islanders. People were tight.
Yeah, no, I mean, he was a gritty player. Limited time, I want to say, with the Rangers. But then they got rid of him. So could they have developed him? I don't know. I guess we'll never know.
Did you like him at the time?
I did like him at the time. I think he had a lot of spunk.
Yeah.
He skated on the ice. You felt his presence, physical. He did score a few times too. So it did seem like a type of player who you could develop into a nice, hard hitting, scoring forward. But obviously,
so he did play from 2017 to 2020. In the one good year, the 2019-2020 season, had 53 points, 15 goals, 38 assists. Pretty good numbers for defenseman.
Yeah, no, definitely. Again, like he was, that gritty defenseman who can, throw the body around, hang around the blue line, like a Wayne Simmons, dude.
And Wayne Simmons is
Flyers, defense. I'm pretty sure he's defenseman. Like a PK Subban, Brian.
Like a PK Subban.
Better.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Real quick, guys, we have John Pollock tuning in.
Oh, nice.
Johnny.
He says, "Go Wings! Let's get another win tonight."
Wow.
Yeah.
And the Red Wings are gonna have puck drop in about 16 minutes from now in Vancouver.
I want to say
Beetle will be playing.
they're looking for their 7th win in a row too.
All these teams on streaks, and then here are the Rangers.
That's what I mean.
Coming off a hot streak themselves, but then completely blowing it.
It's about getting hot at the right time, obviously.
This would be 6 in a row for them.
6 in a row for them.
Yeah.
Good for Detroit, dude. Honestly,
after firing the coach, maybe that could have helped the Rangers earlier.
Yeah, not for nothing. Dylan Larkin, their captain, seemed upset at some point this season as well.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting year, I suppose. A lot of upset players, I suppose, on their respective teams. But it should be interesting to see.
Jesus. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
That could have been bad, but we're not out of the.
Oh yeah, Michael's watching now. He's into it.
Yes.
A one-timer here by Vegas. Rangers able to corral, looking to clear it here, and they do. Thank God. Looks like Trocheck is on the prowl here, but Vegas will collect the puck on their own end. A stretch pass here to I don't know who, but they're going to dump it into the Rangers zone here. Rangers able to collect the puck themselves. It looks like it's Schneider here who's going to get the puck up, who passes it up to the left winger. They dump it in, dude. See if they get some forecheck going. Nice. There we go. A little hit there. What is
We could get like a solid shot.
Honestly,
Tony? Is that
dude.
like too much to ask for?
Apparently, dude. Like we're on the
Yeah.
blue line. We got a shot on goal. It's deflected away here to the boards. Vegas able to corral it. Ooh, nice hit there by the Rangers. Doesn't really matter though. Pass up ice. Vegas opportunity saved there by quickest secondaries. Oh my God.
That
went wide off the rebound.
This is really flirting with danger.
It really is, dude. Once Vegas gets going to in the middle of the ice again, how are they able to just pass at the middle of the ice so freely?
By the way, once this second period comes to the end, we'll do the answer to our trivia question. But anybody out there like John Pollock,
Yeah,
who wants to
Nelson,
answer?
Josh B.
The question was the record of teams wearing white last 20 Super Bowls. So, if anybody wants to take a crack at that, and also John says leave it to the Wings to lose to Vancouver. And
come on, John. Really?
I mean, John, they
I'd
can
have some
definitely
faith
win.
here.
I mean, they've been on a hot streak. I wouldn't feel comfortable taking Vancouver tonight, to be honest.
And not for nothing. I mean, they've been pretty ice cold, Vancouver.
And then you trade JT Miller.
Exactly.
You get Philip Hedl, who hasn't really produced this season. So.
I mean, you'll see what he does. And I'm not for nothing. If I'm Hedl, I'm probably tight that I got traded.
Probably
to be
tight,
honest,
but
dude.
I mean, so was Trouba. I mean, what has he done?
Yeah, no, very true. He's got done fucking nothing, dude. He is laying bodies though for Anaheim. I would say that.
We are to the end of the second period here as the Rangers will go into the locker room, needing a goal here to even this up, starting the third period. So once again, a lack of offense at the forefront. So we're hoping for a late rally here at the Garden.
Yes, we are. And it's tough, dude. I'd honestly love to see the stats on Rangers trailing in the third period at home here. It probably isn't that great, to be honest.
Yeah.
Especially against a team like Vegas. I mean, it's hard to come back. But you try to stay hopeful. I mean, not for nothing, dude. It's a 1-goal deficit. You never know. You just need one good push, one good play to get past Aiden Hill. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And I guess we've given it enough time here. We'll go with the answer to the trivia question. And this is gonna pain Tony. He could not have been closer. Teams with white, 16-4. So
wow,
dude.
dude. I'll take it.
But I guess being the only one who guessed, Tony. I guess that means you're the winner, right? Since you're
closest. Baby.
You get a free drink.
Free drink for Tony. Get the Guinnesses going.
Wow, dude. Do you have like the teams?
I mean, I could pull it up.
Because honestly, I mean, that is pretty interesting. I mean, I guess you really don't think about that. And I guess really, I mean, in theory, there is a team that wears white every year, I suppose, right?
There is. And one team that won not wearing white was the Eagles against the Patriots. They were wearing green.
Oh my God, yes, the Philly special. That's right, dude. Yeah, no, that is interesting, dude. I wonder. You think the Eagles are going to be wearing white this time around?
The Chiefs are wearing white.
Really? But does it really matter because the Eagles won when they were in their green?
They did. But I'm trying to think back to. I'll have to look at this up. So it must have been what? Super Bowl 57.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. I think the Eagles though wore green. Yeah, they did. Super Bowl 57. No, they lost.
No, they lost. Yeah.
So that's why it's like but the white, it is kind of weird.
Do you believe in that type of superstition?
It's just one of those things though where it doesn't matter for that specific game, but at the same time, how do you not feel even if it's just the smallest amount better about the team that's wearing white, given those numbers? I mean, that's a pretty stark winning percentage.
Not for nothing, if you the past 20 years, if you were betting on the white jersey team, you would be making a lot of money.
And Patty Bailey, it's good to have him with us here, says Broncos not in white versus Panthers. So that's another example. And I wonder too. Let's see. I
wonder if there's how colors make you feel different emotions.
Yeah.
Flacco was in white, by the way. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I say, what if wearing white is subliminally makes you feel more confident, and that there's a factor to that.
Yeah.
With the win.
Yeah. No. Maybe. Probably. Maybe it's because your jersey's reflecting light, and you get the ball more.
Them?
Yeah, it's distracting. You're on defense, and all of a sudden there's interceptions because you're oh.
That's a good point. But isn't it at night?
Sometimes though it's on the
those
West Coast.
Stadium lights, though,
All right.
Pitch black. Yeah.
So how about this? So the four teams are the 2018 Eagles, and the 2020 and 2024 Chiefs, and the 2011 Green Bay Packers. So the Chiefs did wear white last year against San Francisco.
Right. That is pretty wild.
So recently, so if you think about up before 2018, it was one team had won it since 2004 wearing non-white, a colored jersey. So that's pretty stark.
And it was the Chiefs.
Well, it was the Packers until 2018.
Until
the Chiefs did it twice after that.
Yeah.
And then Patty says Pat's in white on Malcolm Butler pick, so it was almost another non-white Super Bowl, but not so fast. And they were playing something on Funhouse today, which I agreed with them, but I guess there was some legendary rant from Francesa about how the Seahawks handed the Patriots the Super Bowl that year. And nobody did say something like Lynch was the best in that situation from the one. And I guess the numbers showed he was actually one of the worst. But it's there's no way. We've seen it all the time.
Yeah.
Teams can't stop teams from the 1 yard line, especially on second down.
Yeah,
There's
dude.
no way they were going to get stopped there.
And I don't know. I feel like in a decision like that, you just don't go by the numbers. Are you kidding me, dude?
Yeah.
He was killing it that game.
Right.
Right. So crazy, dude. I'll never forget watch that Super Bowl.
No, I was so pissed. It was just crazy.
Dude, we were it was my sophomore year of college. We had all gathered into one person's dorm apartment, and we brought everyone else's couches in. It was Andy, Coyne, Harrison, everyone, dude, and Luke. And Luke doesn't watch football, okay, dude? But he decided that this was the Super Bowl, he would be rooting against the Patriots because Andy and Harrison, huge Patriots fans, just cause he was rooting against the Seattle Seahawks, rooting for the Seattle Seahawks, and Andy got so upset that he left.
After the play.
No, he left before. Like,
before?
I don't know,
Okay.
At some point, like maybe at halftime, he was like, "I'm gonna go watch this in my own room now." And like him and Harrison left and then watched the Super Bowl on their own. And he obviously he was tight too because they were like losing. So he was, all of that. He was so upset. And obviously comes back in the room after the play, and he was like,
Hey Tony,
what's up?
This was my freshman year of college. Was when the Pats were in the Patriots were in the Super Bowl, and I remember all the people, like the Patriots fans, who were in a we were in Roncalli. We were in one of like the hallway TV rooms areas, and we were all watching the game, and all the Massachusetts people like stormed out like towards the end of the game.
That's
were
the
crying.
worst.
And,
Yeah.
people destroyed parts of the campuses. Like, and I was like, what?
It is crazy.
Yeah.
People are, they get pretty hardcore. Again, with Andy, my senior year, when it was Atlanta versus the Patriots, and they were down 24-3 in the third quarter, we were at Reds all together, and he didn't speak a word to anyone for like well over an hour.
I think that's a little ridiculous.
It is a little ridiculous.
Immature.
And they fucking won in the end anyway. So
Wait,
it's
but what about though? I mean, you're gonna get typed.
Wow.
You on the couch last year?
They're non-comparable, dude.
Michael,
Not even a little bit comparable.
Michael is
not comparable.
We were talking
dude.
about this
was
during
just
our
like
shows
that.
this
No,
week.
it wasn't.
Tony was
dude.
very
I was
sad
of course you're
and
sad. The
depressed.
team you're rooting for like didn't win.
Being a big baby and wouldn't talk.
I wasn't being a big baby. First of all, dude.
No, when you get upset sometimes about sports, you will not talk.
It was me at
Also-
the diner, though. Admit that it was me at the diner.
No, it wasn't as bad as the
Oh,
wild card.
Michael,
Crying in the
Michael?
tire. Come
Yes.
on, dude. No, it wasn't.
Yes,
You
it
think
was.
it's gonna
Yes,
be
it was.
worse this
You
year
guys
when
are
Kansas
exaggerating,
City
dude.
to something no one has in the history of the NFL. And that's 3.
They're gonna lose
No,
this
they're
year,
not.
dude. Yes, they are.
No, they're not. The chance for them to lose is against the Bills.
The chance for them to lose is in the Super Bowl against the Eagles.
No,
Everyone knows
Eagles
that,
are
dude.
worse than the Bills.
You're worse than the Bills.
Collectively, maybe.
Eagles are not worse than the Bills.
Yes, they are.
Better running game.
Better quarterback, better offense, better defense.
The Bills?
So, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Wait,
You're
guys,
just so
real
scared.
quick. Patty also said another thing. He said, crazy the stories that guys like McCourtney say Bill chewed out Butler in practice multiple times, getting beat on that play.
Yeah, so I'm guessing he's
For
saying like
Jimmy
when
Butler?
they had practice. No, Malcolm Butler.
Oh,
He was the one who had the interception.
Oh, yeah.
But then they ended up benching him in the game against the Eagles a couple years later and they ended up losing.
that decision.
That Eagles Super Bowl winning that year
That was wild.
was probably the craziest thing like we'll ever see, just because it was a backup quarterback.
Mhm.
And Carson Wentz at that time, that year, would have won the MVP if he didn't tear his ACL.
Yeah.
And that you have Nick Foles, who was good with the Eagles like years ago, but really had struggled. And even in the regular season had struggled. And all of a sudden, he plays like he's the best quarterback in the league in the playoffs.
It really is ridiculous. And then again, like not for nothing, but since then, both of those quarterbacks
Yeah.
like went nowhere after that.
Right.
You know?
Right. Right.
I mean, what the hell is Nick Foles doing right now?
Oh, he's retired.
yeah.
And
that's what I mean,
Wentz
like,
looks
what-
terrible week 18. I know like the
the
Chiefs weren't trying to win.
yeah, but
it's
still.
just,
Yeah.
he's barely played, and he
Um,
was on the Colts, and they couldn't wait to get rid of him. I think there's an
Unbelievable.
attitude thing there.
yeah, maybe. I mean, I guess I would be tight. You know, I mean, the one Super Bowl he has isn't necessarily, his whatever you want to call it. I mean, even though it is.
Oh no, I mean, but
I'm sure maybe in his mind though, it's a little tainted.
you're talking about Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz. Yeah,
Oh yeah, because it's just like one of those things where. Oh, and by the way, Florida ended up taking the lead late in the second period there, so they're up 4-3. But it's like one of those things. He got them to that point, but no one's going to argue. I mean, they don't win without Foles. I mean, that performance was ridiculous. The Philly special before
Unbelievable,
the
dude.
half.
Yeah, it really was. It was pretty crazy, dude.
But I can only imagine Corey watching this game, probably pulling his hair out.
Oh, there we go. There's Hartford.
Oh wow.
Brennan Hoffman just scored.
But I was just gonna say, so it
There's
looks
BC.
like
Wow, what a goal.
the goal by Reinhardt was with 51 seconds remaining in the second period, and they had scored with 1752. So they give up goals at 1752 and 1909 after having a 1-goal lead end of the second period.
That's fucking
Now,
brutal.
what is this just regular season still for hockey? It's not like the Frozen Four.
Yeah, no, not yet. This is just we saw what it was BC versus I forget who, but BC was tearing it up at home.
And by the way, since we're in the intermission, we'll go with a second trivia question. And
Let's
this
go,
is one that I'm
dude.
questioning Tony's ability to get, but I'm going to ask it anyway. But maybe somebody else will answer. Patty's in here.
Come on, Patty.
But the question is, from 2004 to 2024, 2 defensive players have won Super Bowl MVP. Who are they?
Oh my gosh, dude.
And I think Patty.
Wait, say that again.
2 defensive players the last 20 years.
20 years
have won MVP of the Super
Bowl.
Like there's one
dude,
that you might get, but I feel like one you're just not gonna get because like he's just not somebody that we really
notable.
heard that much from after this. Josh B in the house here, and then so Patty says so he's gonna have to correct this, and he didn't say the last name wrong. Last name correct, but he has to give the 2 players that have done it. But Aaron Donald is incorrect, Josh B. But good to have Josh B here. I guess he's back home from the drive.
Hopefully.
Patty says Malcolm Scott for the Seahawks. And I did kind of give him a hint there saying that he's half right, half wrong. So we'll see if he's able to correct that one.
He says Malcolm Wright.
Malcolm Wright?
Malcolm Wright.
Incorrect. He's right there, but he's getting one of the names wrong.
Close, but no cigar.
One guy, one of these guys is still playing and was actually just played last weekend.
For the last weekend.
Yep. And then Patty's saying, dude, I can't remember that dude's last name. Well, I don't know what to say, Patty. I mean, it's not his last name. Like, what do you want me to do? And it's only one guy. There's 2 guys. Like,
this was Final Jeopardy, though. It'd be wrong.
Josh B says Butler. That is incorrect. That year, Tommy took home MVP. I think 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. Your mother says, hi, fellas, in AC with Liz and Mike in Angelines.
Oh, my God.
So they rallied for AC. I knew they were going to rally, Tony. You were downplaying.
Wow, I can't believe my mother did. Honestly.
Yeah.
They were feeling well?
Yeah, my mother got sick after I left.
But AC always heals the soul for the material.
It definitely does. And then Angelines, too, the fuck.
And I shouldn't be doing this, but Patty says Malcolm Smith. So that is correct, Patty. But there's one other guy.
And he was the guy that was playing last week.
So, I mean, I'm giving so many hints here. Kind of crazy.
It's kind of ridiculous.
I mean, you gave one hint.
Well, I'm saying, you have to name 2 players.
I
answer it early. Tell Patty that he's right about 1, even though it was supposed to be 2. And then Tony's over here just can't even say anything.
I got nothing. You said it. Defensive player. Played last week.
Patty gets it right. Von Miller.
So
that was the Peyton Manning walk-off against Cam Newton and
that does make sense.
Panthers. And Josh B says Von Miller right after he didn't hear me say that he's correct. So Josh B technically gets it too. So if they want to come down to the Horseshoe to collect
more
that
than
free
welcome
drink.
to.
More than welcome to.
Von Miller, I guess I should have been able to guess at least.
But it is crazy when you look at the list. And I'm going to pull it up again because I just want to see something in terms of quarterbacks, how many have won it since then as well, just as kind of like a bonus assignment here. But I know it's very high. It's like every year it's like, oh, quarterback's going to get Super Bowl MVP type of thing.
I mean, how do you not? I guess, right?
But all right. So let's see. So the last 2 have been Mahomes. Cooper Kupp won it then. Then you had Brady, Mahomes, Julian Edelman, Nick Foles, Brady, Von Miller, Brady, Malcolm Smith, Joe Flacco, Eli Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Antonio Holmes, Eli Manning, Peyton Manning. And then you had 2 wide receivers winning the row, Hines Ward and Deion Branch.
Wow.
Tom Brady. So that was all since 04. So a few wide receivers, a couple defensive players, but all quarterbacks for the most part winning that award.
Pretty wild. Hines Ward. Good for him, dude.
Yeah. And I guess I'm trying to see since this goes. So the Super Bowl MVP goes back to actually Super Bowl 1. Take a guess. So Super Bowl 1. So obviously we're on Super Bowl 59 now. There's been 58. How many quarterbacks have won?
Out of technically there's been 59 Super Bowls. So
but 58. 58 Super Bowls.
Oh, okay. Oh, because we're this
we haven't played it yet.
Out of 58, I would say 47, 48. I was say 48, so that's solid 10 times.
Patty says 38 of 58, and I could say that neither of you are correct.
Damn.
You can give it one more stab if you want.
I mean, is it less than what Patty said?
Yes.
Really?
Last guess though. Making it difficult for you. Pressure's on.
26.
33.
That's pretty
Pretty good.
wild.
So-
Yeah,
so-
way less than I thought.
But more than half have been quarterbacks. What do you think the second position on that list is with 8?
I would go receiver.
Correct.
Yeah.
Third with 7.
I mean, does just like defender?
No,
It's not. It has to be a specific.
Yes.
That's kind of crazy. I mean, I guess a CB. I guess.
Cornerback has only won it one time,
Jesus. It's not a defensive end.
and that was Larry Brown in '96. It is not defensive end. They've won it twice.
Linebacker?
It's not linebacker. Linebacker has won it 4 times.
Oh wow, 4 times.
So that's actually the 4th most.
So what is it?
I can't believe you're missing this, Tony. Like, what do we always talk about?
Safeties, secondaries.
Dude, do we ever talk about defense?
No.
So what would it be, dude? The water jugs are full.
Oh, running back.
Come on.
Yeah, I guess I was stuck on
Terrell
defense. for some
Davis? Like,
reason.
did you forget he existed?
Yeah, I was stuck on defense. I guess. For some reason, yeah.
And Patty says, can't believe Malcolm McButtface tripped me up so bad. And then Josh B says McButtface with the crying emoji.
That is funny.
Patty says 38 of 58 is my guess. And then he had guessed off outside linebacker. But kind of interesting when you break it down that way.
Yeah, no, it is pretty interesting, dude. I guess we never really did that before.
And I know I keep going to the actually, I'm curious if you could get this. I'm going to say no, but I'm going to ask you anyway. 5. I'm giving you some background here, though. 5 players have won multiple Super Bowl MVPs. They're all quarterbacks. Can you name them?
Brady. I'm pretty sure Manning won it twice.
Yes.
Yeah.
But which Manning? It's
Eli.
There you go. Okay, so that's 2.
And then I'm gonna go. Obviously, Peyton did not. Quarterback wise, I mean, Mahomes. I don't even. Yeah, Mahomes, right?
3,
How many is there?
6.
There's 6. So I need.
And you really have to think for these because these are all guys that stopped playing before we were born.
Oh, get the fuck out!
But they're like legends, though. You just think, like not. And one of them is like way far
Montana.
back. Okay, so that's 4.
And then
And then-
there's 2 more.
Yeah, 2 more. And I don't know if you'll get one, but the other is still around in.
Play for the Cowboys.
No,
Damn
but
it.
it is still around in like football media.
Um,
And it was actually guessed on here.
it was guest on here.
So I mean, I don't know, but I still want you to
I don't even
guess.
have the. I don't know.
No, I'm looking at it. I'm just saying. I'll get to their guesses.
Oh, like they just said it. You mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Who? Is he like one of the intermission guys, the halftime show guys,
Yes.
like with Howie Long and with
Yep. He's
fuck,
so well known.
yeah.
Everyone thinks he should retire. He called out Andy Reid. He was kind of rude a couple years ago.
Bradshaw.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then one more, and Patty did guess Bradshaw. Josh had guessed Emmett, but that's incorrect. And then Patty did get the last guy.
Really?
I don't know if you would ever get it in a million years. He was the quarterback in Super Bowl I for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
I feel like when I say the name, you'll be like, I've
Yeah,
heard the name.
yeah, obviously.
Kind of like Thaddeus Young, but he's more prominent, obviously.
I'm not gonna be able to. Think
Bart
of it,
Starr.
dude.
But, like, you've heard the name Bart
yeah,
Starr, yeah.
Of course.
So interesting when you take a look at it that
5 out
way.
of 6 ain't bad.
And then
Thank you.
I just want to see here who was the guy. I guess there's been one returner.
What does that mean? Oh, like a kick returner?
Kick punt returner.
That's pretty wild. I mean, he must have scored twice off the returns or something.
Um,
By the way, Boston has it within 8 with 9 minutes to go now. They were down by like 20.
I told you.
Yeah. We said they win by 20, so.
relax.
Yeah.
I knew who it was actually. So you wouldn't get this one, but he did win the Heisman actually. Went to Michigan. Works for ESPN now for the kick returner. You're not gonna get it, but Desmond Howard.
It works for ESPN now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Dez. He's always on the set.
Uh,
He's been working for Game Day forever. I know college.
College.
Yeah.
Come on, stop.
Um,
Michigan, stop.
But I feel like, I mean, especially with the new kickoff rules, we'll never see that again. I mean, unless I guess someone
No,
really runs
like-
back 2 punts.
Yeah,
or
there's
something.
no way, dude.
But that'd be crazy.
The kick return is so lame, dude.
Yeah.
It really is. By the way, third period underway. We have 18 and a half minutes left to go here. Tie, still 2-1 here is the score. Rangers trying to get something going. Looks like we have a little outlet pass here, but Aiden Hill all over it, dude. There's our boy. Who's that? Is that Kohler?
Anybody who's watching right now,
That's
I mean,
Lindgren.
what the hell is going on with the Rangers?
Yeah, definitely. You can call in. You know, phone lines are pretty hot right now. Numbers in the ticker of your screen.
By the way, Patty says, and I think he means touchdowns, 0 punt return touchdowns in Super Bowl history. That's a crazy stat.
That is pretty wild.
Yeah.
I guess that, you know, I guess they are so few and far between. But man, who knows? Maybe we'll see one, you know, next Sunday. Because I speak.
I have to check, but I think there's only been,
Come on, man.
It's only happened one time. Opening kickoff to the house. You don't.
It wasn't that long ago.
No, it was. It was like 19 years ago against Peyton Manning.
When he was on the Colts.
Yeah. Devin Hester for the Bears. And I think he left with injury after.
Oh.
Rex Grossman was the quarterback. Can't believe like the Rangers coverage, like we could barely get it up, and then Michael.
No, we're gonna be beat. The stream went down, I think, for a little while. This is, I don't know. I mean, streamies people have been on top of it, I guess. Right? I mean, I don't know, dude. Not much you could do. Fubo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. Oh. Hopefully we'll be singing that soon, dude.
Yeah.
Kreider on a little bit of a forecheck action. That
He's gone quiet again, Kreider.
He did go quiet, except for his game against Boston. He was just smashing his fucking stick on the bench for like a good 2-3 minutes.
But
really frustrated, dude.
not finding the score sheet though.
Not finding the score sheet. I hope we can find one right now. No. What?
Do you want a Guinness?
Oh, sure.
He said sure.
Thank you.
While we're at, I was just looking at this Twitter 117 right now.
People watching us?
Yeah,
Let's
Twitter.
fucking go, dude.
We're big on Twitter.
We are pretty hot on Twitter, dude. We are big on Twitter.
Yeah.
Michael's big on Twitter.
Michael is big on Twitter.
Yeah, very big.
But yeah, we need some offense here.
Speaking of pretty big too, if you guys don't have any Super Bowl plans, the Horseshoe here is hosting. Tremendous bar. Especially
Open
I mean, you could no.
Everyone can see it.
What?
I cut to the high shot.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, I mean, tremendous bar. And I will say, I mean, honestly, dude, like I would be a proponent of bringing the Super Bowl party to a bar. I do talk about the time, my buddies and I went to our campus bar. Nobody was there.
No ice. That wasn't the time.
That wasn't the time.
Harrison was hammered.
Harrison wasn't even there, dude. No one invited him at the time. But we were the only people there. It was like 10 of us at the bar. We had the whole bar to ourselves. $5 bucket of wings. And I'm sure if you come to the Horseshoe Super Bowl Sunday, it's probably not gonna be that packed. You're probably gonna get a good crowd here. If you want to do the whole rigmarole of the cleanup at the house, maybe you live in a small apartment. You can't host a dozen people. Bring it to the Horseshoe, Southport, Connecticut. Super Bowl. Dean will be working actually the night shift.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Jeff is.
No, sorry. That's right.
Did we hear how Bill's
even better,
Mafia
dude.
was
Jeff,
last week? Did we get a report on that?
We heard they were pretty reserved, to be honest.
Reserved,
The kids
probably humbled.
The kids were not running around apparently.
Yeah.
But yes, that's right. You'll have Jeff actually for your bartender next Sunday, which is also huge. Literally, he's huge, and it would be huge. So I would hammer if you need last minute plans.
Rangers on a power play here, so we'll see if we can draw even. Thank you, Michael.
This is huge here. The power play unit, I believe Kreider was taking off of the power play unit 1 here. Looks like their main goal here tries to have Panarin in the slot. Looks like we're just scramble at the shot at the goal, and it is saved.
What's the deal? If you break your stick, could you still use it, or you're not allowed to?
No, if it's broken, you can't use it.
Why? Because it would be dangerous.
Yeah, gotta go to the bench, get a new one. Which is ridiculous. Why do you see a broken stick right now?
Someone
you're
dropped
just
their
wondering?
stick, but I guess it wasn't broken.
Yeah, if it's not broken, you can pick it back up. That's fine. Rangers working the blue line here. I'm trying to see who's on the far blue line here. I'm kind of confused. There's Panarin. Looks like I see Mika Zibanejad as a shot just gets deflected and blocked and just not even hits the net, by the way.
But right now, isn't this so choppy?
It is very.
There's no
there's no rhythm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the Rangers having that issue. Like, just like give it, shoot it, shoot.
He
Thank
waited
you.
a little too much.
Oh,
they got in,
let's
but are they going
go!
to call interference on that?
I don't know, but refs called goal. All right, so
but
the
I
call on the
hate
ice
this.
is a goal,
No,
dude.
but tell me that this is not about to be reviewed because someone went crashing into the net. Was it Mika who would get credited with this goal?
I mean, I couldn't really see the scramble. I probably would say yes, maybe.
But look, doesn't it look like they're already going to the camera?
Oh yeah, I mean the coach right now of Vegas,
Bruce Cassidy.
Bruce Cassidy, yeah, Bruce Cassidy, former Bruins coach.
Yeah.
Is definitely looking at his iPad right now, or his Microsoft Surface, whatever they do. So let's see, we got the nice replay action here. Good fight right there.
Oh, and how
actually,
about
by
this,
Fox.
Josh
Keeps
B?
it in,
We don't
dude.
mind it. Playing spoiler here. Save you the suspense. Good goal.
Oh,
Let's
thank
go,
you.
dude. Let's
Extreme
go.
East. That's right. Yes.
Is it Mika?
Hill, probably Mika will be credited here. Hill just could not corral it. It does poke out of the 5-hole.
Wait, what's the deal though with the blue and what's the rule? I always get confused about
As long as you don't affect the goalie making the save,
can
you can be in the blue.
Could you skate through the line?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can't obviously can't touch the goalie, you know?
Okay, but if he's on the other side and then you're through, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. They don't even go to a review, no nothing, dude.
Yeah.
So there we go. There's obviously nothing to look out there. Aiden Hill just could not contain the puck. The hard shot by I don't even know. I guess it was Panarin in the slot, I guess. The Mika, in front of the net there. Just tremendous job. The composure. And let's go. We're knotted at 2, baby.
Let's go.
Vegas here making a little bit push
But
here.
see, this
Obviously,
is where
wants
you
the
gotta
power
tighten
play.
up. Like
Exactly,
you can't
dude.
just give it right back because we've seen this happen too many times.
We started happening against the Bruins yesterday, dude. They're trying to make it back. They, cut deficit into 2, into 1, and then all of a sudden, Bruins bang, just score right afterwards. Like, what the fuck is that? As a shot
Dude,
is blocked and saved by Jonathan Quick there. Vegas here setting up in the Rangers zone quite comfortably, may I add. Puck is being just cycled through on the blue line, finally cleared here. Rangers able to make a change.
Mika's
That
10th
was Mika.
goal of the season, a power play goal,
There you
504.
Assisted by JT Miller and Artemi Panarin, baby.
I mean, JT Miller, Tony, he's getting on the score sheet, so I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe this wasn't a bad trade.
No. I mean, obviously, adding to the offense here, which is great. Quick, by the way, great job with covering that puck up and icing it right there. So
Also,
love that,
I know Josh B's in the building. I forget if Patty's a Ranger fan, but just if you guys could comment what you think of the Miller deal.
Yes.
I liked it. Tony's tight with Hedl, but I just think, something needed to change, and Hedl had gotten hurt the last couple of years, so I think it was a risk worth taking. Obviously, it didn't pay off last game, but we're in a tight one here now. He was, in on that assist, but just you guys could kind of comment what you think about that.
By the way, it looks like the Celtics with, I think it said like 5 minutes ago, up by 3.
Unreal. I
103
knew
to
it, though.
103.
How is it a lock every time for something like that?
Yeah, it kind of is ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah.
What is that a testament to? I mean, is it just Boston's offense? Is it the lack
Well,
of
it's
defense
just
from
teams get up a
in
lot,
general?
and then they put in the subs, and the other teams just shoot a bunch of threes,
Yeah.
and they're not trying as hard because they have a big lead, and then they make the shots.
Yeah.
Because there's no pressure over
Right.
getting killed anyway.
Mhm.
And then Josh B
Wow.
kind of almost agreeing with you, saying we'll miss Hedl. We need defense, not more offense.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an interesting reallocation of assets, Again, especially since Hedl is someone who is tradable.
Yeah.
You trade him for someone who's like JT Miller, who I don't know, man. And again, obviously, 2 goals and an assist so far through two games. I mean, how do you knock that? But yeah, we got to get some defense, dude, for sure.
Yeah. And you think maybe we should have signed Tony DeAngelo? Probably, right? Or you think the way it ended, there's a reason why it wasn't on the team.
I mean, listen, the Rangers just can't develop talent, I guess. And that's really what it boils down to is their lack of talent acquisition and development. And I mean, it is really annoying as a Rangers fan. That's something you want to pride yourself on, I feel. If I was the owner of an organization such as the Rangers, I would be priding myself on that, dude. I'd be priding myself on taking high prospects from teams because they couldn't develop that. Be like, yeah, let's go. not for nothing, I wouldn't be surprised if Vancouver does develop Heedle.
But but also it seemed like we kind of had that with Kaliev, and then we haven't seen anything from him. He was hot those first couple of games,
Right.
Or you think it's too early to tell him?
I think it's a little too early to tell, but again, I mean, Rangers just haven't, let's see if they can develop it. Let's just see. It took Kakko forever to look okay. It took Lafreniere forever to look good. It took Heedle forever to look okay
even
as well.
Lafreniere this year hasn't been
great. Exactly,
yeah.
dude. And not for nothing, you tried with JT, and that did not work. You tried with Derek Brassard, that did not really work.
Josh B says, we'll miss Heedle. We need defense, ... not more offense.
Yeah.
And Uncle Richie.
Uncle Richie.
Wow. It says 2-2 right now.
Yes, it is. I mean, you're happy it's tied. We're happy Zibanejad able to tie it up here on the power play, which is great.
It was just crazy.
But listen, I mean, was that their first power play this game? I want to say maybe.
Felt like it.
It felt like it. So I mean, Vegas hasn't given up many opportunities, many mistakes like that to take advantage of. So Rangers are going to have to rely on the 5-on-5 hockey that they can put out there. And not for nothing, yes, they maybe scored one. Lafreniere being that one goal scorer tonight on 5-on-5. They got to figure it out here, like right now. You got time. You made your line change. Let's 200 feet. 200 feet here. Matt Rempe, hit him. Give the puck to Matt Rempe.
Both
and you blew it. Here's Matt Rempe having it. Let's go, baby. Nice drop back pass. 26. Is that Jimmy Vesey?
Vesey is active for this game because Adam
Edstrom is hurt. That's right, dude. Jimmy Vesey, another guy who's you drafted Vesey. Maybe he was drafted. He was the one drafted by Nashville.
Yes. Or no, by
Nashville. Then we grabbed him. He made his NHL debut with the Rangers. Nice shot on goal here, by the way. Whoever that was in the right wing. But that's what you need to do. Like those little things challenge a goaltender. I feel like Rangers just resort to just, passing the puck too much. And I know it sounds kind of cliche and you say it every fucking year, but they do, dude.
But when Kaliev first came over, though, I feel like those few games they were being aggressive.
Yeah, and that was his scouting report. He's a shoot first guy, But again, I mean, who knows what Laviolette is now telling Kaliev? Maybe he's telling him to shoot less.
Yeah.
So that does come into question on what the coach's strategy is. Not for nothing, that last play off the wing. How do you not have that guy shoot the puck and then two other forwards just crash the net immediately?
Yeah.
And try to retain that possession. Just dump it back out to the blue line where you have two defenders, hitting the blue line. A tremendous save by Hill right there, by the way. Centering pass just did not go in there for the Rangers because of Aiden Hill. Vegas dumps in to get a line change out there, played by Quick. Up along the boards here now. Stretch pass to what looks like Alexis Lafreniere, who has a goal right tonight. Quick stop, retains the puck, but then gets it taken away here by Vegas on the other end here. They're making a little push here. Space, time, shot deflected up high. Out of play for the whistle.
I mean, it's now or never, Tony.
It is. It does feel like now or never.
This can't go to overtime.
With Vegas, it's too electric here. Here's a tough play here by, I guess, Will Borgen. Great defense. Will Borgen's been a great, gritty player.
Yeah, that's worked out well.
Yeah. Very surprised. Talking about Kakko, not for nothing, he gave up that pass against the Avalanche that costed them the game in the third period, tie game.
True.
And that's just like something you can't be doing. Big face-off here in your own zone. Got to win it here. Looks like a little false start action. Sorry, they'll collect themselves back up again. Here's Vinny T. Vinny T, by the way, did play youth hockey with JT Miller.
Vouched for him.
And did vouch for him. Yep. So, I mean, hey, man, I guess that's cool. Right?
Yeah.
I guess that's cool. Oh, my gosh, dude. Just tied. Oh, my God. I don't know how that really wasn't necessary. I don't know how that wasn't a penalty either, dude. Trocheck and whoever getting really into it. Rangers, though, able to dump in here. Looks like we'll have Kreider on the forecheck. Like finish your check, dude. If you're going to go in there, then finish your check.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's just those little things. All of a sudden you're laying the body down. Vegas is going to think twice about when they're looking up. If you don't do that, they're not going to feel the pressure. They're not going to make mistakes. And I don't know, not for nothing, dude. Doesn't Lavi let see that, or there's those little things that I would be like as a coach, like, oh, Kreider, you didn't finish your check. I'm not gonna put you on the ice again for the next 5 minutes.
Just not stepping up.
Like, literally, dude. Yeah, chew your fucking gum. Like, what happened to the no nonsense? Jonathan Quick there. Great helmet. Lady Liberty.
It's unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
Because it really just grinds.
Oh,
my
yeah,
gears,
that's good.
dude.
That's real good.
Another face-off here in the Rangers' own zone. I think we got Mika in there taking it. Nope, Vinny T again, baby. Kept him on the ice.
Uncle Richie says they have Pittsburgh this weekend and Bruins close have to go.
Yeah, and I will be at the Pittsburgh game on Friday.
A lot of pressure on you,
Wow,
Brian.
that's exciting.
Yeah, so pumped up.
Wow.
Gotta get the win, Brian.
Gotta. I mean, last time against Pittsburgh, it went pretty well.
Yes, it did.
Pittsburgh's playing even worse than they were playing then, so we should beat them. But right?
Yeah. No,
Uncle
that's
Richie says
true.
easy with the potty mouth.
Oh, I'm sorry, Uncle Richie. My Uncle Richie doesn't curse.
You curse a lot.
Yeah, and I feel like your mother kind of like it's a hit and miss, like kind of calling you out for that. Like sometimes she'll do a watch your mouth band, but it's not all the time. And this better not be
A little breakaway 2-on-none, and it's
Wow,
saved
quick.
by Jonathan Quick. Let's get the leg pad
That
out
was
there.
literally playing with fire.
Well, because my mother knows, it's like,
Especially when you're hammered, forget about it.
Well, all right, Brian.
No, you're not hammered now. I'm just saying. She knows
yeah,
is what I'm getting
exactly.
at.
My mother
Yeah.
knows, and she definitely, I think, cares a little bit less about it, I suppose. But
I
she
think you
would
curse
definitely
less
prefer
when you
me-
drink.
It could be.
No, but if like a game's on, like the Rangers are
Yeah.
playing,
No, like,
they have a
what-
3-goal lead and blow it. I
Yeah,
mean, come on,
oh
there's
my
gonna
God.
be a couple F-bombs.
I mean, it just feels so good to say it, The
Yeah.
fa and the and the ka.
And while
That was
we're-
me on my drive back here today. It was, some of these,
Renee,
some of these people, like it was an easy drive, but some of the people I'm like stopping in the middle of the Garden State Parkway in
Oh
the
my
center
gosh.
lane. And I'm like, obviously there was a few words that like
No, we need
Yeah.
a dash cam in Renee's car. Michael, right? I mean,
Yeah.
the revenue on that.
Yeah.
it's just me constantly saying that people are like freaking idiots.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand. Like, what are you doing?
Oh,
Go back to driving school.
No, you're totally
I
right.
was gonna say while we're at a commercial break here, just we're in the Super Bowl theme.
Mhm.
So obviously this year,
Brian, you
gonna
relaxed
be-
much?
Yeah, this is comfortable. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. The feet up. Me and John call it horizontal. But we got New Orleans this year. Next year will be Vegas again. So what?
Wait,
only
really?
2 and 3 years. I mean, isn't that what?
yeah.
I think so. And then back to State Farm Stadium in Glendale. That's always a good one.
Okay.
And then back to SoFi, where I feel like we just were
Yeah.
4 years ago. So
Who dictates that?
there's a Super Bowl host committee.
Oh,
Are they biased or?
No, well, it's just all about they want it to be warm weather. They have to have an NFL franchise.
Naturally, yeah. Of course.
And then they have to have the right amount of hotels and stuff.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it would be nice if there was something nearby.
Well, they did it with MetLife, and they missed it one day by some big blizzard.
Oh, really?
They got so lucky, and that's why they'll never do that again.
That sucks, though.
guys.
Mika got a haircut, it looks like. He did get a haircut. You see that, Mike?
What were you gonna say, Renee?
I was gonna say something
Yeah.
about I know this isn't the most important thing for you guys about the Super Bowl.
Oh, by
With-
the way, I completely botched that. Those are the previous 3 years, so I knew that didn't make sense. But continue, Renee.
Oh, that's so funny.
We were talking about at my house this weekend about the halftime show being Kendrick Lamar.
Uh-huh.
And what are you guys' thoughts on that? Because I feel like he is not an artist that fits a general, a larger group. It's a very specific group of people. And I feel like typically they would pick somebody who could fit a larger group.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I'm just not a big Super Bowl halftime guy. I'm not a big commercial guy. Because I feel like it's just too gimmicky. At the end of the day.
yeah.
If you're watching for that stuff, then you really don't want to watch the game.
No, very true.
I'm
I mean,
watching only for the
no,
commercials.
No,
yeah.
now what if it's the Steelers? Are you a little hyped up if the Steelers are in the Super Bowl?
I just think I really do. I know we've talked about it a few times.
Wow,
I think
that guy
it's
just
rigged.
got
I
taken out.
really do think the Super Bowl is rigged. I really do. So to me, I just kind of lose interest.
Interesting.
So the commercials for the
So
creative
how do you
part.
think though that they staged the David Tyree
Oh.
catch on his helmet? Any answer there, Tony?
I mean, I don't think it is staged.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
So I don't know, man. I mean, I think.
It's no, but there's a
Oh, Mika!
Mika again?
I think it was Mika. Wow, what a terrible camera cut. I think it was Mika with the one-timer, the haircut, dude. Oh, no, they're giving it to Keandre Miller, actually, dude.
Either way, Tony, right?
Either way, dude. Oh.
There we go. Better late than never.
Yeah. Well,
and then Josh B says, "Let's fucking go."
Let's fucking
Matthew
go is right. He's gonna
says
be
halftime show is a joke.
It is
Also,
a
if
joke.
anything, it should be Lil Wayne, New Orleans, and all that.
That'd be
Josh
cool.
B says Kendrick is a huge hip hop name, Miller, and then
Yeah, dude.
and then
Great puck movement here.
Matt says JT boy.
Yeah.
I think he gets the other Miller.
The other Miller. Yeah, it's Keandre Miller.
Keandre, close though, Matt. Close.
Finally, Keandre does something right. The offensive defenseman coming
He
down
did
to
have
the blue
an
line,
assist
dude.
earlier in the game.
So we'll fucking take it, dude, for sure. Rangers now in the
cracking
lead.
up.
3-2, dude.
By the way, I do have the right
dude.
Super Bowl sites here. So next year it's at Levi Stadium, Santa Clara, Tony. Then back to SoFi.
Okay.
And then back to Georgia, Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
That's cool. I guess.
Stadium, technically,
Maybe
in
we,
Atlanta.
I'd like to go to SoFi. I'd like to go to Levi Stadium too. To be honest, dude.
All those
yeah,
stadiums
all
were
those would be
great.
dope, dude.
I've
Fun.
always
Oh, sorry.
no. Go ahead.
Have you ever been to a Super Bowl game?
No.
Would you ever go to it?
Oh, I would. It's just like I think this year, for instance, like to get in, secondary market, you don't have a hookup or something.
Forget
You're
it.
talking like 5 or 6 G's. So I mean, it's pretty steep.
$5,000 for a ticket?
Yeah, and that's not even the highest one ever.
What?
Yeah.
And then you gotta book a flight and a hotel.
Hotel.
So you're telling me, like,
drinking.
You're telling me
Oh,
like the
forget it, dude.
nosebleed, $5,000?
Yep. But you know why though? Because so many tickets are allotted by the league for franchises, for players that are playing in the game. So there's not many public tickets available. That's why.
That is the stupidest
Yeah.
thing I've ever heard of in my life. Well, I've heard a lot of stupid things, but that's one of them.
Mhm.
$5,000 to go watch the Super
Yeah.
Bowl.
And then Matthew says, "Wow, have an assist. I'll see you in the stadium,
assist. Yeah. That was Miller's 4th goal of the season, by the way.
brother. Only
for the
second
Rangers.
since October." And then Matthew says, "Going to the Super Bowl, Renee, would set you back at least 11 grand when it's all said and done."
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. We got to fight. Let's
Will
go, dude. Will
and then
Cooley
who's
dropping the gloves. I have no
Yeah,
idea. Is
yeah,
it
let's
White
go.
Cloud? Maybe. I don't.
Boxing.
I don't know. Let's go.
Little
Yeah.
tug
Rip
on
the
the
jersey.
jersey.
There we go, dude. Get the fist in there now. It's Haig.
Hey,
This is fun
okay.
to watch.
I don't know much about him.
Now
Let's
Renee's
go,
into
dude.
it.
Yeah. Get the little left hooks in there too, Cooley. Cooley's taking a few though now.
A
He's
little
got to be
immature,
careful. He's
but,
got to be careful.
But he's like-
ooh.
He's like
Oh.
really going for the punches here.
Yeah, it's a real fight.
This is like a boxing match.
He's taking some lefts to the face right.
Why aren't
he's
they
not. He's
separating him?
losing because they let him fight. Now they'll separate them once they close up.
This is NHL meets MMA.
There you go. It's a good fight to him.
And then Josh B says, "Watch the hit Cooley puts on Petrangelo."
Yeah, there we go, dude. Let's see what Cooley. He's
Oh.
fucking.
Oh!
Holy shit! And then just
That's
drops the
how it
glove
started,
immediately.
okay.
Holy shit! Alex Petrangelo goes down so hard. I mean, you don't put your fucking head down, buddy. How about that?
It's kind of crazy.
Damn, dude.
It's snowing outside.
Thank
Yeah.
God for that. Oh my God, it is. Oh wow, it looks so good out there. That's nice.
It is really pretty.
Nice, dude. Cooley and Haig gonna take a 5-minute break in the
We
box.
are very delayed.
Because we're on Stream East right now. I don't know how Josh B probably listening on the radio, maybe. I don't
No,
know.
he has it on
His Verizon?
cable. Yes.
probably has
Yes,
Verizon.
he does have it on cable.
Yeah, we don't have that over here, Josh B. We're still battling Optimum, dude. Which honestly, like, where are their headquarters? Right?
Oh, you want to go find them?
I mean, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I'm
I-
really pissed.
Yeah.
If
Can
I
you
was,
imagine how much money they're losing?
I mean, if I actually was paying for their cable service and I didn't have why I really would have them in the first place, which is for sports, like,
Yeah.
what do we? I'd be calling them every day.
And if it
I'd be
was,
so upset.
like if it was the
How would
Yankees,
you
I would have
pay?
already canceled.
Literally, like I
Yeah.
wouldn't pay. I'd be paying for cable service, and I'm not even getting what I want.
And they're
Like,
definitely not giving the proper refunds. I think they're doing something. And
Yeah.
then Josh B says Verizon is correct, Tony.
yeah, there we go. Well, again, this tri-state area, or at least New York City.
Staten Island.
My mother, yeah. I don't know what we're waiting
We
around
just-
here for.
So many people probably are not watching this game then.
Boston
Yeah.
So,
up
like,
8 here.
the
35
NHL
seconds left, by the way.
is now losing money.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be more maybe.
Isn't it more the team?
It would maybe either be the team or just MSG,
yeah.
like the network itself, because it's just the local network. So like if I'm outside this local area, I can watch this game on ESPN Plus.
And I would think in terms
Just
of
because of
revenue
your
here,
vicinity of where
So
you
because we're in like MSG's area, the local networked area, ESPN Plus blacks out this game.
and then your mother says, "What about me?" And it's that you have Verizon and able
Yeah.
to watch the game.
yeah.
But I was gonna say I think it works like
are. That's
MSG
annoying.
It is very annoying.
pays to be on Optimum,
Mhm.
but then MSG makes their money from the advertisers,
Mhm.
right? That's how it works.
And honestly, the blackout stuff really bothers me too, because not for nothing, like I pay for ESPN Plus, and it's like I can watch every single game for hockey that I want, except for the team that I root for.
Yeah.
It is dope though for ESPN Plus just to put on any hockey game.
Oh, it's the best. Yeah.
It is pretty sweet. We had ourselves a nice 3-2 game here, just under 6 minutes to go. Obviously, the Vegas Golden Knights here putting a little bit of their foot on the pedal. Hopefully, the Rangers, can hold off, maybe even put another goal in here.
Yeah, that would be nice.
A nice little push here to ice it. Mika drop back pass here to I don't know who. Is it Panarin? I can't tell. The number is like scritched. Miller dumps it in here. Rangers playing it along the boards, corralling across the boards. Fans on it was, I believe, Mika. Mika's good for a couple of those, like every game. Just fanning on the puck, though. Great steal by Panarin, though. Let's go, dude. Playing it back to the blue line, but it is stolen. Knights able to clear it out here. Pushing up, dumping it in. Yeah, they just dumped it in for nothing. Maybe for a line change, it looks like. Yep. Oh, and then a terrible turnover. Offsides? Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry. I didn't see the arm go up.
Sides, Tony.
Yeah, you got to be careful of that.
Yeah.
There's a little celly from Keandre Miller. If I was directing this game, I'd probably show the fight going to break. Or
That's a bad job.
At least the hit. Yeah, I probably would, honestly. What a hit by Will Cooley. Love to see that, dude. And then doesn't even back down from the fight. That's a young player. You love to see the Rangers hopefully develop some more, and he sticks around here. That's someone you want around, dude.
Yeah.
That's for sure. How you doing over there?
Pretty comfy, honestly.
Yeah, dude. By the way, Boston wins 118-110.
What did we say? Now, it wasn't by 20,
But by
we knew they
8
would
still,
win.
though. That's Derek White.
And it was, what,
Splash.
8 minutes left in the third quarter. They were down 24.
Less than that. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Down 24, dude.
So that's a 32-point swing in a quarter and a half, pretty much.
And I mean, if you're the 76ers, like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah. Got breaking news. De'Aaron Fox on the move, Michael?
Really?
The Spurs have got De'Aaron Fox, I think. That's what it looks like.
That's what it says right there, Spurs, but no one's saying it.
But
There's a
they
little
will
thirds.
say it.
Where's the topic bar? Thank you.
Yep. Zach LaVine to the Kings, Michael.
Wow, multi-team trade.
Fox to the Spurs. Pop, Castle, Wemby. Might be building something there. Right or no?
He says definitely. I don't know.
No doubt, dude.
Who said that? Matthew?
No, he said the NBA sucks ass.
Oh.
He didn't actually say it, but he said it.
Yeah. Oh, that's mad funny. Looks like they're having a little countdown to Grizzlies at Bucks,
I can't believe that there's like a game this late.
which I guess is the late game.
I mean, I guess it's not that late, but it feels like it just because the Ranger game's almost
still
over. But
Sunday
started
though.
at
But
6.
still, I mean, it's not.
But it's in Milwaukee, the Central Time Zone.
You ever been?
Yeah. I flew in there for the Green Bay game.
Oh,
last
that's
year.
right, dude.
And then I did go to the Brewers game, the cheese curds,
Oh, that's fucking sick.
brats.
I always wanted to go to Milwaukee, dude.
Yeah, no, it was cool.
A lot of breweries there, dude.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of town built on beer.
Mm-hmm.
As we're back at it here, just under 5 minutes to go here in the third period. Looks a little no, dude. Who's that? Is that Panarin trying to get the puck back?
Boy,
though.
if we could just hold on here, it will just end the week. I know technically today's the beginning of the week,
Yeah.
but just with such a good vibe, I feel like.
It really would, dude. Especially after a tough loss yesterday.
Yeah.
You're on the back-to-back. You'd like to get at least one game from the weekend, dude.
Yeah.
Looks like this segment is brought to you by Wendy's Salted Caramel Frosty. That sounds delicious right now, dude. I haven't had a nice ice cream soft serve in a while, dude.
Yeah. You could always go for a nice soft
Nice
serve.
cone, dude.
I could go for like a froyo.
A froyo?
Really?
Yeah,
I
like
think froyo is kind of beat.
no, from like
Yeah.
16 handles.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
no.
but you know what I mean? Like,
No,
they get you with the toppings, but can I just get good ice cream and not have toppings? I mean, this sounds like I'm Tony, though, right? Having something plain.
That's alarming.
But, right? Wouldn't you rather have the better ice cream?
Obviously, yeah. Just
Yeah.
like straight vanilla.
Soft
Exactly,
serve,
Michael. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Over the hard ice cream.
Oh, yeah, definitely, dude. No. Yes.
Lasagna for everybody.
No. Lasagna for. Oh, my God. Uncle Richie, I think, tried calling in.
Lasagna for everyone.
He's got
Can we patch in Uncle Rich?
He didn't call my phone on.
No, he's not calling your phone. He called my phone.
Look, Uncle Richie.
Uncle Richie, you got to call the number on the ticker of your screen.
And then Matthew says,
I'm not
nothing
producing
like
the show
soft serve
today.
vanilla Cavell. And then Josh B says cookies and creams milkshake.
Carvel,
Ooh, yeah.
yes. Oh,
Absolutely,
my
Josh B
gosh.
could hammer. Tony could
Um,
slam one of those right now.
Absolutely, dude. I love milkshakes. I love
Yeah.
Carvel. Same either one of those. Honestly, dude, isn't the Dunkin' right here? No, it's not. For
Yes, it has
Dunkin' Carvel.
Oh, no,
No, it's
not
not Carvel,
Carvel. It's
it's
Baskin
Baskin
Robbins.
Robbins.
Said it
Still,
first.
but
I've
still,
gotten a
though.
milkshake there.
Said it first,
but it's
Renee.
delicious.
Said it first.
It was like all right. It wasn't the most amazing milkshake.
No, but it's still.
No, but there's
what the hell?
something about Carvel, honestly. Like, I don't know.
Ooh,
what it
maybe
is.
Main Street Creamery is probably open right now. They got good milkshakes and mix and flurries.
Yes, they do.
Damn.
That was I forgot what year of college it was. I think it was either junior or senior year. That was like if anyone was having a bad day,
Mhm.
like anybody, it was let's go to Main Street Creamery. And of
Mhm.
course, like I lived with 5 people. So of course, like maybe every day someone would have something that happens.
right.
You
Yeah.
know? So we'd be like, let's go to ice cream.
How about Josh B with like the publican's call? It says cookies and cream, ... martini. What a day at publicans.
Oh
honestly.
my God, that was crazy, dude. So much so early.
What is that?
No, it just when me and Tony went to the Mets game last year for DNR, and they had their show at this bar in Long Island, Publicans, and
Yeah.
me and Tony, I guess, had 5 beers on the train,
Yeah,
and then when we got there, started having espresso martinis.
probably like
So,
3 of them or 4.
it was
Is this when you guys like met up with Babcheck?
No, that
no.
was
This-
that was in December.
Oh, this was the other time
This
that
was
when
for
Riley was
May.
on the show.
Yes,
yes, and I just
and
kept,
we called in.
Yeah, and I always had
Oh
to
my
do that
God,
though. Like
dude.
when I'm.
That was so
Hammered.
Yeah, like I always have to call up the Mets and Red Sox fans. I can't help it.
Oh my God, dude. Uncle Richie trying to call me again.
Don't know how to listen.
Hello, Uncle Richie.
I can't call it. I don't know how I do that, but whatever.
All right, hold on. I can probably.
I'll
I
disconnect from the
can.
board.
Oh, actually, I don't even know if it's even here for me to be connected to. No, we may have to just go like this.
I can disconnect, Tony.
But I'm not.
Oh.
It's not even an option for me right now. Uncle Richie, you're live on the show. What do you got so far?
Nothing. You're watching the game. You're behind me here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I
they
know.
black out, or they just don't have the channel available in Connecticut
Yeah.
on Optimum.
So I don't know what kind of cable provider you have there, but in Connecticut,
Spectrum.
you have Spectrum. In Connecticut here, Optimum is the big one, and they lost their contract with MSG, so there's no MSG on cable right now. So we're streaming this game.
Outside of Florida, I'm getting it. Wonderful.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, you're out of market too. So
but how does he get it?
you get
Does he have ESPN Plus?
you get MSG down in Florida,
No, I'm on the Spectrum,
right?
which is the NHL. I mean, I'm not signed on.
or
to
NHL
this.
Network, maybe.
Oh, you're on NHL Network. So, like, what
Yeah.
channel are you? You're on NHL Network. Oh wow.
808.
Oh
yeah, and then they were
okay.
talking about this in the group chat. Josh B says, looking at the schedule, I think May 1st is the tailgate this year. I will
Yeah,
confirm, but that's
so-
a guess date.
Yeah, no, yeah, I guess that's good. We don't have that here, so we're streaming this illegally, which is why we're behind you right now.
Okay. Score!
Are you? Are you? What?
Score! 4-2.
Are you serious right now? Really?
And
On
Josh
the
B
power
with
play?
it, let's
Wow,
fucking
breaking
go.
News. Yeah.
Yes.
We'll
So
see here
as
momentarily.
we're watching back,
Oh!
as we're watching back in 2024 over here. Can we? Who scored? Who scored?
Yeah, who scored? Panarin.
Panarin,
Let's
Artie.
go, the
Let's
bread
go,
man.
dude. Let's go. Come on, Tony.
Solidifying the.
Give me
the
some
big
here.
Dub. Let's go,
Let's go, dude.
I'm waiting for it. We're
It
behind
was
you.
the top of the key.
This is
Spencer,
this is what we needed here.
Yeah,
Goal.
it looks like it might happen right now, actually. Here we go. He's skating. Oh, he's passing it. Here we go. He's passed it again. Passed it again. There we go.
Top right
Oh,
hand.
there it is.
Oh, and he scores! Hey!
Oh, that was a great shot. Wow.
Oh, top right hand corner. Perfect.
Absolute missile.
Yeah. We need this game because we're going into this weekend and we got to win because we got to make the playoffs here.
Yeah. Got to be Boston Wednesday and then Pittsburgh on Friday.
Yeah. No,
Come on,
you're absolutely right.
Correct.
Um,
Boston went, and they should have never lost to Boston last week from filthy animals.
oh, yeah, I know. Unbelievable.
John Pollock with the eye emoji. I don't know. Did Detroit score?
I don't know, maybe. Yeah, I know. All the teams too, pressing for the wild
Detroit is
card.
tied.
They just got to start winning some games.
And then
here.
Josh B says finally 400
You
for
know
Quick.
what I say, Anthony? I don't
right.
see the Devils being that strong, but they're playing. They're scoring points. The Devils.
Yeah, no, they're good.
They've been good. Hot start, little inconsistencies, but then they've maintained.
I mean, they're great. Jack Hughes is great. They got a great goaltender now too, with Jacob Markstrom. They didn't have a great goaltender for the past couple of years. So,
And then John saying we were tied 1-1.
so yeah, I mean, time will tell how the Rangers can, obviously change their game. Hopefully, they can string along some wins.
They always bring it. I've seen the last game when the playoffs start. They always go to the next level. For some reason, they always back off a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't know if they're tired, but we have no idea. Every year.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, and that's what they played down in the playoffs for whatever reason.
And what is everybody's always beating up Repke?
Yeah, no, he's played well, and the Rangers usually win when he plays.
Yeah, no, I think I forget what the stat.
Flyers
is, but
lost, which is
scored,
good for the wild
they've
card
won
loss.
so
John
many
Pollock
times.
says.
Oh, that's
But
great.
even tonight, Anthony, on TV, they said, Remke took a dive on that one penalty. They
Really?
didn't take a dive.
Yeah,
They took him down.
yeah, it's ridiculous. Especially now. I mean, people, players teams key on him. He's a big body when he's on the ice. I don't know. I never really understood a lot of the Matt Rempe hate. I know, he wasn't the best skater, coming up from the minors, and obviously, a lot of people were just, he's just there to fight, whatever. But he's been playing really well. That fourth line has been great.
Yeah, because he's in the right spot at the right time. When the puck goes to the net, he's there and he puts it in.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're
Just
absolutely
like
right.
The Middleton was tonight. He was on the other side where he normally is,
Mhm.
and the puck went through and he put it in.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
and whatever it is, it is. But we're diehard Ranger fans. And now they got an empty net here. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah. We got about 50
Yeah,
seconds
how much
left.
time is left on your end?
But last night was ridiculous. They emptied that net.
It's over, I guess.
Yeah, it was too early, right?
Too early.
Right. Yeah. Even
Yeah.
we were watching in the car wherever we were, and we were saying to ourselves, like 3.5 minutes, almost 4 minutes left. And
Yeah, that's too much exposure with
an
an empty
down
net.
2 goals.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you empty the net.
I know that was a weird call, I would say.
Well,
But yeah,
Oh, Josh B says, need that W. We'll call after Uncle Richie.
there we go. Josh B. Hopefully, will call the right number.
I texted him too, saying,
But,
call Renee's number.
Uncle Richie, before we let you go, do you think the Rangers will end up making the playoffs?
yes, guaranteed.
Wow, there we go. The Uncle Richie guarantee.
Guaranteed. Rangers make the playoffs. Guaranteed. Kansas City beats Philadelphia.
I guarantee it too. Your nephew doesn't want to hear it, but it's definitely happening. As Jonathan Quick, 400 career wins, 15th goalie to reach 400 wins, first U.S.
First
born.
U.S. born goalie to do that. Wow.
And then Josh
dude.
B says, I got it, LOL.
All right, Uncle Richie, I want to. Huh?
I love what's his name from Penn State, the running back.
Saquon Barkley.
They didn't do it. I mean,
Yeah, Hurts doesn't have it. Mahomes, Reed, Spagnuolo.
But you know what it is? I'm going to tell you what. They got a big thing in their guns about what happened back in 2019. That call that turned the tide against Kansas City and Philadelphia. The call of when they had not interception, it was a call that they said it was interference down on like the 10, the 15-yard line. That Philadelphia is coming, and they're gonna come at you because they don't like that call from last time.
I'm trying to remember.
But you're saying not 2019. It was 2023 Super Bowl. I'm guessing.
Oh, you mean you talk about
Against the Chiefs?
Oh, 23 was it?
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
Remember that call?
Yeah, there was a call for pass interference. If Philly would have won if there was no pass interference.
Oh, okay, yeah. Do you remember? Yeah.
Yeah, so these Philly fans, they got that in them, and they said they're coming back with a vengeance. To come back and like that call was like totally against them, and they're coming back and they beat Kansas City. You're not going to be Mahomes.
I mean, I guess we'll see. It's been a lot of talk about the refs for sure. But I guess we'll see. Where are you watching the game next weekend?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, we're here. So somebody, a friend of ours is throwing a Super Bowl party.
Oh, there we go.
We're going on a cruise the next day, so we got to take it easy.
Oh, yeah. That's good. Where are you cruising to?
Bahamas, down on the Cocoa Beach.
Wow.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, that's great, Uncle Richie.
It's 80 degrees every day. I got home from golf at 4 o'clock. Unbelievable.
Yeah, no, that's great.
I'm glad you're
living the life.
I'm glad you're having a good time.
We gotta understand, Anthony. I'm 68 years old. I have 10 years to live.
You're gonna live for more than 10 years.
I'm gonna say over 20.
Yeah.
78 is the normal for people who live. Help my father. What was my age? My father.
Oh my gosh, not 78. I don't think.
Well, he was almost 80, I think.
Really? You
My
sure?
mother.
You sure, Papa? All right. I mean, if you say so.
So here I am, 68. I got 10 years.
All right, you better make him count.
I am. I'm drinking as much. I'm eating what I want, and I'm going to root for the Rangers, the Jets, and the Yankees to go to the Super Bowl, to the World Series, and to the Stanley Cup.
Let's go.
Let's go. They got 10 years. We can do it. All right.
All right.
You got it.
All right.
All right.
Uncle Richie,
Good to hear from you, Uncle
Thanks
Richie.
so much for calling. I love you.
All right. Love you too. Have a good night.
All right.
You too.
Bye. Uncle Richie. There he is. 10 more years he's got.
And we can, before we wrap up, we can get the Josh B call.
Yes, definitely the Josh
way
B.
to go out.
Josh B.
Yeah,
Josh B.
definitely,
Yeah,
right?
what the heck?
Unless you want to just end it
I'm
now.
just worried about the snow.
Yeah.
Are you actually?
Stopped
already.
Didn't stop.
It's gonna go till
blind
10.
boy.
Really?
There's a conspiracy that Adam Silver wanted the trade to happen for lower NBA ratings to change it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Oh, here we
Josh
go.
Let's go.
Josh, can you hear us? Oh no,
Josh B.
it's connected. Oh, Josh,
Tony?
There we go.
I just heard Tony for a second.
Oh,
we can hear
Tony
you
sounds
now.
like
There we
Renee.
I had you muted.
Josh
accidentally.
B. What's good, brother?
What's going on, fam?
Big win for the Rangers. Really needed that one.
Number 400 for the Connecticut
400
Zone.
for quick. Stepping up when needed.
Dude. Yeah, dude, that was big, definitely.
Definitely needed that. Mika looked good. Got a goal from Miller. It was nice.
Miller with the assist too. JT getting on the stat sheet.
Yeah.
First 2 games here. 2 goals yesterday.
Yeah, dude, it was definitely a nice win to cap off the
I
weekend.
mean, there is a chance that it ends up working out better. I mean, Hedl hasn't been like lights out or anything. I think Miller right now is a better player. Just, I know you guys are thinking long term there, but who knows? I mean, like we were just talking about with the development, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of a balance, though, because we're kind of a win-now team.
Yeah.
You don't want to necessarily think too deep into the future. You're trying to win right now.
Yeah, yeah.
President's Trophy won his last year. You know, going to the Eastern Conference Finals. You're not looking for too much into the future.
And I mean, what do you think? I mean, you think we have to get a defenseman to really sure things up?
Yeah, I think we're gonna need. Yeah, we'll probably need one really, really good defenseman, a superstar defenseman to pair up with Fox and just have something go from there.
Yeah.
Do you have anyone in mind? Do you know of anyone?
Nobody. I got nobody in the brain.
All right, I'm looking at this article right now. 4 NHL defensemen most likely to be traded, courtesy of thehockeynews.com. Looks like number 1 here from the Calgary Flames. Excuse me. Rasmus Anderson.
Calgary Flames. Nice.
Calgary Flames, dude. 28-year-old. I don't know. I guess he's a star defenseman. Trade potentially. He makes relatively modest $4.5 million per year here. Anderson averages 25 minutes of ice time, so that's pretty good.
Do we just give up the kitchen sink for Quinn Hughes?
For Quinn Hughes, I honestly probably would. Ivan Provorov is interesting from the Columbus Blue Jackets. Obviously, Blue Jackets is a team that's pretty hot right now. We know about Provy over there was with John Tortorella of the Flyers, I think, last year, and he was a pretty highly touted player. That would be pretty interesting, honestly.
Yeah, see, there's no big names that stick out to you. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
You don't think Cale McCarr's available?
No, I don't think Cale McCarr is available.
But why? How come we never draft those guys? Like, when was the last guy? Brian Leach?
Defenseman? Well, I mean, I guess you have Adam Fox.
Adam Fox, but
Yeah.
like he's good, but he's not.
No, I mean, you're right. We need that heavy body across the ice that can just play great defense and protect the middle, protect in front of the net. So I don't know, man. I guess we'll see. I kind of like Ivan Provorov. I mean, that would be kind of interesting.
Wait, and remind me about Provorov again.
I think he said he was 27 years old, defenseman now for Columbus. But Columbus is good right now. I know, but the article said he might be traded.
Okay.
So I don't know what they're thinking about over there, but I mean, I'll take the article's word for it. But I watched a lot of him playing for Philadelphia for John Tortorella, and Tortorella really enjoyed him a lot. Obviously, you know about their woes, but still, obviously, I guess they ended up dealing him. I don't know his story necessarily, but I think it'd be a good defenseman to help out, to be honest. Because I know Keandre Miller scored tonight, which is great.
You can't wait to get rid of him.
I really can't wait to get rid of him, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel, Josh B, but I just think he doesn't really cut it when it comes to like reliable defensive plays.
Yeah, that whole kid line kind of lost its luster, unfortunately. Between Hedl, Lafreniere, we already got rid of Kako. Miller's not really doing much.
Yeah, no, I mean that kid line is non-existent now. So I mean it's over for them. And I mean, and I guess it's fine, I suppose, right now. I mean, obviously Miller, the offense, it's there producing 3 points in 2 games. 2 of those points coming from goals too. So I mean that's great. I mean you'll have to see that from him, I suppose, but I think
second stint in New York, so he knows what to expect. He's got the playoff experience here.
Mm-hmm. No, say it again. You're kind of a little choppy.
He's got playoff experience here. He's already been here before.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
No, I think it's gonna work. It's gonna work out well. It just shoring up the defense. I think it's gonna be big.
Yeah, and it just I don't know. I mean, it's not the Rangers aren't far off, but it's just it feels uneasy with the way other teams are playing. You never know what Boston, the wild card, Detroit's pushing out right now. You had the Islanders were making a run for it. It just seems like that acquiring that wild card spot is gonna be hard. I mean, I feel like not for nothing. You look at the West, and I mean, it's almost set. I feel like the teams that are looking, on the outside looking in will most likely be on the outside looking in come the playoff times in the West. And just for the East, it's just way more up in the air.
Big win though for us tonight because we've cut the deficit from 8 to 6 in the it's from 6 to, or is it 6 to 4, I think.
We're
6
4 points
4.
back.
Yeah, 6 to 4
Tampa Bay.
in the wild card. And then the
we
Islanders
did jump somebody with that win. We did jump somebody with that win. I forgot who that.
Montreal.
We jumped Montreal with that win.
And then it's crazy. We're only 2 points ahead of Pittsburgh. What the fuck is that?
I know that is kind of wild. Pittsburgh went on a little streak.
That's how bad we've been playing. Yeah, we've been playing terrible.
Yeah.
And
25,
we're 1
23.
point behind the Islanders, 3 points behind Detroit. I mean, these are all teams we should be better than. And I know Columbus is up 5 on us, but it feels like we're better than them too. So, we've definitely set ourselves back. And there's 30 games remaining now. So, do you think, Josh, we need to win 20 to make the playoffs?
20, that's a lot out of what, 30, what you guys say,
30.
31, 32
30.
games? 30 games?
30 games.
66%.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot. 20 is a lot.
I would think
it
at
is.
least 17 or 18, though, no?
Yeah, that seems a little more realistic.
I mean, like in terms of just being in control of the wild card, like not having to rely on teams losing, you're gonna have to probably win, close to the next 20 games.
Yeah, and it depends on how many games you got in hand, how many teams got games in hand on you.
Got to beat Boston on Wednesday.
No, yeah, obviously it is circumstantial, but I just think, with the way, not for nothing, Boston in their last 10 games, 6-3-1, and they were
That's
looking
what we were
pretty
doing
bad,
previously.
exactly. Like I feel like they can go on a tear. You have Tampa Bay, you have Columbus, who's also just went on a tear and really hasn't looked that far back. And Detroit too. I mean, there's serious contenders. Not to mention, I mean, Montreal could go on a tear. I mean, they got St. Louis. St. Louis knows, these next 30 games, next 25 games, how important they could be for a wild card for a playoff berth. And he's probably itching to get one with that, those youthful talent over there in Montreal. So there's going to be a lot of teams clamoring for this wild card spot. I will stand by that. And again, I mean, it's like, you look at the West, and it's like Vancouver is somewhat in the hunt here with Calgary and Colorado, who are in the wild card. But I mean, other than that, the point disparity, I mean, everyone else below Vancouver, there's not much competition. Utah is like, 5-6 points back right now. And it's like, I mean, they fucking suck, not for nothing. And it's like, maybe Vancouver can make a push for a wild card, edge out Calgary here, but I can't really see Colorado dropping from that first wild card spot. It's
Just
crazy. They got
60 all around the league.
Yeah, I mean, they got 64 points in the first wild card spot of the West, and the second wild card spot has 57. Like it's pretty crazy the drop off that the West has a little bit. And it just it makes makes it even more harder, I think, for Eastern teams to figure it out. But I guess we'll see it. Hopefully, there's still big games for the Rangers coming up. In terms of their schedule, you mentioned Boston. You mentioned
Jaren Jackson is bleeding profusely down in the court here in the first quarter of this Grizzlies and Bucks game. I don't know if he broke his nose or his teeth or what, but this doesn't look good.
Yeah, it is not good at all, dude. He's not looking good. We're gonna get a little replay here, Josh B. Looks like he's going to the goes to block, elbow to the face. So maybe lost a tooth or broke his nose. He's fine. I honestly thought he fell on his face. So just get the fuck up, dude.
Josh, what do you think happened with the Luca trade? Do you think the fix is in or not?
You guys think the Lakers won the trade, or
yeah, right? I mean, especially
definitely.
long term. I mean, I know AD's balling right now, but I don't know. Luca to me seems like a future multiple-time MVP. No.
On the long term, I guess you could say the Lakers won, but for this year, there's no doubt in my mind that Dallas won that trade.
Interesting. I mean, I know it sure is up there.
That completely bolsters Dallas. They got a big man that can score, that can play defense, that rebounds, that can spread the floor. I mean, now Kyrie can handle the ball the way he's been handling, and he's been balling.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. Imagine if they play in the playoffs. That'll be crazy.
That'd be ridiculous.
That would be must watch. I think Michael would even be juiced up for that a little bit. Lakers Mavs playoffs. Lakers Mavs in the playoffs. That would be kind of crazy.
That's even if Luca gets healthy.
Yeah, and then now I'm guessing they're buried in the standings. I haven't checked in a while. But the Spurs getting Fox now too. That's kind of interesting.
No one cares.
Yeah, that was unexpected, but that's a good trade. I don't even know if Poppy's back yet.
No, I think he said that health thing. They're 2 games back though of the play-in, so they actually could make the playoffs.
No one cares. The Rangers are making the playoffs. All right, that's what we're looking for.
No,
The Rangers making the playoffs, Josh.
I want to ask both of you guys, and let's start with Josh. Being fair to a guest, Tony. Confidence level 1 to 10 of them making the playoffs.
Tough.
I'll go 6.
6. Okay,
I was gonna say
Tony?
7.
I'm gonna say 6.5.
So
So basically,
Four.
I mean, it just because you know what it is. Besides that recent 10-game stretch, I mean, we haven't seen good hockey since the fall.
I mean, yeah, and we're mentioning the schedule. I mean, you're playing a lot of teams who are going to be in the hunt with you. The Bruins,
Yeah.
the Penguins, the Blue Jackets, the Penguins again, the Islanders. Those are teams that you have to beat if you want to make the wild card here. Beating them, you're obviously gaining ground on them. So it's like you need to win these games, dude.
You absolutely have to.
And even if you do, you have other games, but if you lose against the Penguins, lose against the Blue Jackets, and then you beat the Sabres, who fucking cares? Because the Sabres are out of it. You need to start killing these teams who are in the hunt with you.
Yeah.
So it's big games, and they're got a nice homestand coming up, dude. So it's revenge. Bruins back at home, Penguins at home. Must win games. It's fucking crunch time. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Yep. Like you just said, all these games this month are against all the teams that you're fighting against for these wild card spots. So definitely need to win these games.
And Josh, you were saying in the comments before, but we're on the phone with Uncle Richie that the tailgate looks like it's going to be May 1st for the Mets.
Yeah,
game.
I believe that's a Thursday. Thursday.
And they have to do it for the Mets.
Yes. especially now they sponsor the Mets.
No, I know.
That's
but
right.
No, honestly, the game aside, definitely was a good time last year. I think. I mean, we'll see what everyone else says, but I think me and Tony will hang around more than the 4th inning instead of going to Ossining for golf.
Dude. Oh, how great that was!
It was great, and also it wasn't like it was all me. You were pumped for golf, like.
I mean, listen, I don't get the golf often
Yeah.
as I'd like, so I definitely was pumped.
Yo, you remember those saying before he walked in? Yo, you want to just not go in and just go to
I
golf
remember
right
you
now?
saying that.
No, but you were like, hey, you want to go?
No, I was not gonna.
Josh, didn't he say it?
Absolutely not, dude. I don't know. Dude. I think maybe you're imagining that answer. I don't know. But we had a
How
great
many
time
martinis?
there.
There was a few
were in there?
martinis. I mean, I think I could go to the next 10 events, and Dave will still mention that every time,
I think so.
and not have any type of thing like that. But
Absolutely.
So funny.
No question.
yeah,
Oh gosh.
The slurring of the just like the pickleball. Oh, sorry.
yeah. Oh man, but no, I can't wait. That's gonna be awesome. Are you going to the event on Friday?
Right now I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's so annoying, dude. I would definitely go if it was in the city. It's in Long Island,
you guys
right?
yeah, it's in Long Island. You guys you going to the game, so
Yeah,
it's probably not a good idea for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you could take there's a straight shot right to Penn Station, but still, you want to chill, go to Jack Dempsey's.
probably Tony DiNapoli's.
That's so funny.
Well, okay, and this is for the Han and Don and Peter show.
Yep. The pre Super Bowl party.
Have you listened in on that one? Like since they switched over, I haven't heard any, to be honest.
I have a little bit.
Yeah, I chime in here and there. I like Alan. Alan's good to me.
Yeah. No,
To
I'm
me,
good. I'm
if it was
good with Alan.
If it was Alan and Don, the show would be.
Yeah, Peter
perfect.
just sucks. I feel like.
I think he just sucks. So that's just not his thing. Like I like listening to him on Hot 97 in the mornings, and I used to listen to him Sunday nights when he was DJing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Way before he was ever on ESPN.
And it's definitely because there's more of a Yankee angle than ever. But I actually do enjoy the solo Michael K 1 to 3.
I don't.
Well, clearly that's a Yankee thing.
That shit fucking sucks, dude. Remember the
Um,
first episode, and he's like, "Yeah, I just wrote down my thoughts for like the hour that I walked yesterday. Here are some of my thoughts."
And is he actually doing that from his house?
No, I think he's in studio.
Oh, he is? Okay, I thought they originally had said that, but I wasn't sure.
I think he's in studio.
Yeah. But no, I mean I think it's a good job.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so good stuff for sure, man.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely looking forward to baseball season.
Yeah, likewise, too.
Really excited. I did see too. I don't know if you saw this. Seems like there's a common sentiment. Not that it's going to be anybody crazy, but that the Yankees are going to sign some type of veteran. You think that's going to happen? Like in terms of like a third baseman?
You think it's Bregman?
No. It's probably like
Who else
I
is
think
out
you've
there?
mentioned before, like a Paul DeJong or something. Polanco just got
No,
signed.
I never mentioned no Paul DeJong.
No, maybe that was my buddy, my other buddy. But yeah, I don't really want that. And then also, do you really think it's true that they were going to cut LeMahieu last year and Judge said no?
Maybe. I don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
No, that was a thing.
That
but-
sounds pretty dumb.
I mean,
Who
if they-
reported that?
I'll tell you this: if they did ask Judge, like if they asked you, "Oh, do you want to keep Tony on the team?" You're gonna say, "Yeah, of course."
Well, what's he hitting?
So,
No, you know
I
what
don't think that matters.
But it's like, come on. Even though like he's obviously probably good friends with DJ, there's no way that he thinks he could actually still hit. Like there's just no way. Like he probably doesn't want to be the guy that like gets him released, but he knows.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Because Boone, you saw what Boone said, right?
No, what did Boone say?
He said that he hasn't been healthy the last couple of years. He's still one of the better defenders and hitters in the American League.
I was just gonna say, he's been hurt, so maybe we'll see.
No way, but no.
I
But
won't believe it till I see it.
I would say that the Vegas betting odds on him hitting 260 are probably 260 to 1.
That's
I
wild.
really
I'll
don't
take
think
it.
so.
I'll
I really
take it.
don't think it's happening. It
I'll
would be
put
nice.
$5 on it. I'll put $5
but you know
on
what?
it.
Even if he's gonna hit 260, I don't want him because he's just gonna ground into double plays, and I feel like he has no range at third base. So like, what are we doing?
God, I don't know.
I would rather have him as like an assistant hitting coach.
Just fire him. Fuck care.
Fire a player.
Sure, dude.
Wouldn't that be releasing? Tony?
Sure, release him, fire
Sure,
him, whatever you want
sure.
to call it, dude.
Well, this is the last year of his deal, right?
No, dude, it's a 2-year, $30 million left. unfortunately.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it pans out.
Yeah. No, but I can't wait. I think Yankees report on the 17th, is it?
I don't know the exact date.
Because I think the first of any team is like the 14th.
Sounds about right.
14th,
dude.
I just want to see what these dates are. See, so the Mets report on the 12th, so 10 days from now, and so do the Yankees. Actually,
There we go, baby.
So
Early
they
and
go
often.
pitchers and catchers 5 days before. So almost every team reports on the 12th. Tampa Bay is on the 11th to get more time to be acclimated to. Well, actually, I guess they're not even going to be training at the George Steinbrenner Field. I don't know, but they're on the 11th. And then you have full squads for Yankees and Mets are on the 17th. So
There we go, baby.
a
Let's
little
go.
more than 2
Let's go
weeks
Mets.
from now. So let's go Yankees. Absolutely can't wait. And yeah, I'm pumped, right?
Yeah.
I think this was
Pumped.
perfect way to close out here, Josh.
Yeah,
Glad we got
dude.
you in.
Josh B, a little dessert with Josh B at the end.
Yeah.
There you go. A little sweetness.
But yeah, dude, thanks for calling in, man. And we'll definitely talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, dude.
All right, brother.
All right, have a good night, man.
Peace.
Later, guys.
The one, the only Josh B.
Great calling at the buzzer too.
Yeah. So a big day upon us tomorrow. Another sports board coming at 10, of course. Yeah, great show. Really appreciate everybody who tuned in and continues to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume, merch down on TV.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games, and we will see you mañana.
I meant to go to that.
Don't let them say different, yeah. Study working hard for that bankroll. 5'5", my type, is she well known. Bad bitch, big bank, that's a combo. Study worth $1 million when she throw that back. Throw that ass back like a quarterback.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.